Recording now.
All right, so Bob, you want to repeat what your initial statements were?
Okay, so here we are. What is the session? Is this session 4?
Session 4.
Crazy.
The
Nobody's
assassin
died.
hunt.
That's good we haven't died. I had listed next steps. Collect armor and weapons from Lydia, if possible, because she puts them aside for us, including chainmail. Number 2, Ducat, to pick up leather armor from the place where he bought it.
Wait a minute. This is AD&D. It's a woman fighter giving us chainmail. That's a thong chainmail bikini. Jeff's got it.
Carefully, Jeff's all over it, yeah. Eldane, to pick up his short bow and arrows from the boyer, and he owes 7 gold to Elric. And number 4, to speak with Wolfong to try to persuade him to loaning us his medallion rather than steal it. And I've got a sub-note here that we should cast Detect Magic and see if his medallion glows first, because otherwise it could just be a vicious rumor that he has a medallion of ESP.
Right. You didn't say I gotta get my armor. You probably say his armor.
I did.
Okay, I missed it.
I did.
And then I'm saying that if Frank just died, we should try to get access to him to get him to Harper, who might be allowed to resurrect him, or at least speak with dead.
So the only problem that I have with that, it being midnight, is that the body is probably in the enemy camp. If we know the assassins are based in the castle, either Arneson is heading it up or somebody in the castle is a bad guy. So that's enemy territory. We don't have armor. We don't have, well, we have a handful of small weapons, but nothing great.
All right, so you bring up an interesting point now. Are we all operating under the assumption that Arneson runs the Assassin's Guild or somebody else in the house with us?
I'm not convinced it's her yet.
I'm 90% certain it's her, but are we all under the impression that it's out of the castle? It's not
Yeah.
Abraham, Balmaro, or Harper.
What do you
Right.
say? What do you say, Eldane?
I agree. I think it's. I don't think it's any of those guys. I think it's.
Unless
sorry,
he's playing us.
It's out. It's run out of the castle.
I think we agree on that. I think it's interesting. Arneson doesn't have an evil aura, confirmed not only by Kevlorn, our cleric, but also Abraham, who appears to have the powers of psionicism. She came across as neutral in both cases. So it seems to me that she may not be anything but a figurehead, and maybe one of her guards, maybe like the half-orc husband and wife combo, maybe they're doing something. But it is curious, Holga is involved. I think we all agree on that too. And,
There's 2 glasses over here.
and we learned that Holga is this apprentice of Arneson.
She's a magic user student. Arneson is the teacher. That does beg to imply that there are probably other students.
Yep. Do you know if there's a spell that can mask your alignment?
Probably.
So that could explain the lack of a
Or a magic item.
magic item. True.
Sure.
But I'm
It's
still
happened.
thinking the mayor seems like the obvious target, and I think it will be less obvious than that. And it doesn't really understand, if you are the head of an assassin's guild, why would you leave evidence at all? Like, it's so clear that somebody wants to get Harper and Abraham and Balmore out of the picture.
This is just like the Sherlock Holmes tale I'm reading right now.
Which one?
The one where the guy was recopying the treaty, and they stole, and then somebody rang the bell. And
Ah.
they're trying to figure out why somebody rang the bell. Draw attention.
Mm.
So I don't know how it ends, but anyway.
Oh, you haven't finished the story yet?
No,
So you can't offer any insights?
no.
Oh.
I'm trying, but I'm just not fast enough. So the question really is, though, I mean, it seems to me like the other 3 couldn't be in cahoots
Yeah.
as far as doing this. So it's a
Is that
frame
the
up.
red-headed leaf?
It's a frame up for one, or just clues to throw us off the trail.
Mm-hmm.
So
Or maybe they did it to frame the mayor. I don't know. It's curious. I wonder who else is an enemy of those 3 people.
I think we need to be a little more clever. We have the notice from Balmaro, from Wilbur, whoever stole the string.
Yeah.
Holga water. Okay, so that implies to me that somebody put Holga up to getting the string. All right, so maybe we need to find some way to set a trap for this.
To get Holga alone, you mean?
I I don't know necessarily to get Holga alone.
But ask her the perfect question.
What to set somebody up
Here's
to give
a
us the right answers.
Here's a thought. We know Holga's in on it, right? If we were to get our hands on the medallion of ESP, and then we were to get Wilbur to try to convince Holga to come with him, and then we listened in on Holga's thoughts, we might be able to glean some clues as to who commanded Holga to do that. Because I don't think Holga's the
Mastermind.
right?
I don't think she's that sure.
She could have just been a pawn as well.
Yeah.
True.
But that might help. I mean, even if there's no no medallion of ESP, we could try to just get Wilbur to get Holga alone, and then if you have a charm person
I
spell,
think he's been trying to get her alone for a while.
there's that's true. But if you've got charm person or command or even
I have command. Command is one word though.
like sleep
Yeah.
or confess,
Truth.
Truth.
yeah, truth.
Truthiness.
I'll do the book. Charm person might be second level. Let's see.
Okay. Well, we could go around killing cats in alleyways until you're second level, and then you can charm Holga.
I like the cut of your jib.
Kill an orc a night.
But I still think the amulet of ESP would be a good hook for an investigator of a murder. Eldane, any thoughts?
No, I'm good, man. I unfortunately, there are so many things that have gone on in these couple of weeks of this adventure that I'm amazed we're actually able to keep all of it straight.
There is one other thing.
I was reading through the email chains, and I'm like, holy crap, this is like a novel.
And it's been what, 2 days? A
Yeah.
day and a half?
Yeah, it's been like a day and a half, 2 days. I'm like, and Joel's like, oh yeah, it's just kind of like this easy murder mystery thing. And I'm thinking, oh my god. Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, about my Graham, I mean, it'd be great to try to steal that. The problem is, at level 1 for us right now, I think it's really tough.
Well, it is a level 1 adventure.
No, it's level 2 5 answer.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm thinking it's a little tough to try to, some of these, I'm guessing most of these characters are more than a level 1.
Yeah. Although, I think Ducat had the idea, instead of stealing, just next time we see him,
No, that was your idea.
next time we see him gambling, we intimidate him and say, look, if you want to keep your streak going and keep on collecting money, we know about your amulet.
We'll tell Captain Basmar about your amulet.
We'll tell Captain Basmar unless you let us borrow it for a day, and then see if we can get it that way. Then there's no stealing involved.
Okay, so this charm person is a first level magic user spell. The spell does not enable the user to cast the controlled creature as if to control the charmed creature as if we're an automaton. But any word or action of the druid will be viewed in this most favorable way. Thus, a charmed person would not obey a suicide command, but might leave the magic user and assure that the only place that you can save his life is the creature holds back an onrushing red dragon, or just a round or two.
So collection of information.
Yeah, but she may not be as forthcoming as you would like in that case.
If we painted it in such a way that our lives are at stake, when we need this information in order to survive because we think that we're being hunted by the Assassin's Guild, and if only you could help us out, that's the equivalent of trying to fight off a red dragon for just a round or two, depending on how the caster positioned the dilemma.
We could set another trap. We have evidence. Meet us here at this time, and then we see who shows up.
That's good. How about we try both? So plan A is the charm person, and then plan B is the sort of blackmail bluff, where we say, we have evidence, you thought that you stole the strings, but you were wrong, we have a witness. And if you don't want to get into further trouble, you should let us know everything that you know, and then we'll leave your name out of the investigation. Something like that? Is that what you're thinking?
No, more like when we see Arneson later. A friend has arranged for a witness to meet us at X location at Y time.
Oh, feed information to Holga, who passes it back.
When we see Arneson, we're supposed to report back to Arneson today.
Yeah.
We have a lead. Abraham was disappeared. was setting us up with a witness, or we're supposed to meet at the Money Changers at 10 o'clock tonight, and then we just see who shows up.
Oh, so okay, so that it seems like a good idea, except that I think is just another option that we have. I
Oh,
think
and that's the most clever thing I've said in like 4 nights.
it's very clever. It's very clever.
I'm just trying to see, does nothing happen? Does an armed group show up and ask questions later? Does, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Because by telling Arneson that, we're kind of providing her, hey, we're going to get some evidence. How are you going to respond? You know, we're forcing her hand a little bit more.
I feel like we should pursue both avenues. I think we know for a fact that Holga is involved because she stole one of the pieces of evidence. I think we need to pursue that. And if we also want to lay a trap for Arneson and see if she sends some humans, who we can then...
Well, we could certainly use the medallion of ESP when we tell her this.
If we can get it.
Right.
Yeah, because that would, we would know, I would think, you know, oh shit, what do they know? Who's talking? How are we going to handle that?
I like it. I like it. So we should make the play for...
That's a trap!
So we should make the play for the medallion before we meet with Arneson
First thing.
tomorrow.
So Adam's icon popped up. Does that mean he's around?
Oh, there he is.
I'm here now. I'm joining the video part now.
Okay.
Hey, there's the big man.
Hey there, Adam. How are you, man?
How's it going, guys?
Welcome.
You are sexy on video, Adam.
Good to see you, man.
Oh, yeah. I feel it.
So Adam, we were just saying, we're probably going to make a play for the medallion of ESP, whether we're going to try to do it nice or through blackmail. We're not going to try to kill him. I made the suggestion that we're supposed to report back to Arneson later on. We're all of the opinion that the Assassin's Guild is working out of the castle. So we're going to tell Arneson we're supposed to meet a witness with some evidence at location X, time Y. We're going to use the amulet of ESP to see what her reaction is. You know, if she's, oh shit, how am I going to cover this up, or what do they know? And we're going to obviously have to have a little bit of a, we're going to have to see who shows up at night. See if anybody shows up to try to take out or take care of it. So we're kind of setting a little trap.
And the other thing we've discussed, Adam, is we know Holga was involved because she stole the string. So another thing that we can try for investigation is to get Wilbur to arrange for a meeting to be alone with Holga. And then either we show up and then have the medallion of ESP, assuming that we can get one, and then see what's going on in her mind. Or again, a similar play where we say, you know, you've been implicated, there was a witness, you didn't steal the string without being seen, but we're willing to overlook that if you tell us what you know, and pursue that line as well. So number 1 is the Arneson trap, and number 2 is the Holga trap, and preceding all of them might be investigating to see if there does indeed exist an amulet of ESP. So our clerics can cast Detect Magic and see if the captain, or rather Wilfong, is wearing one. And it strikes me there's another option too. We know that the guard who was killed, Frag, he had 2 men that he said were loyal to him.
No, they were all loyal to the town, is what he said.
But we might be able to go to his 2 men.
Oh, the other option I always said was we might want to try to get Frag resurrected or speak with Death, because Harper should be able to do that.
Oh yeah.
Now, just so you know, I'm considering you guys kind of on the clock right now. So game time is passing.
Well,
as
it is midnight, so
Yeah.
we're just getting tired.
Okay.
You guys are going to have to rest and sleep at some point.
You got anything to add, Adam?
What's that, Josh?
You got anything you want to add? Suggestions?
No, but I think as a true control character, I'm kind of okay with lying for a greater good.
Oh, there's one other thing we could do right now tonight. We know that there are secret tunnels underneath our rooms. And we know that some of the people that we're interested in are staying at the inn right now. Plus, we don't know if Abraham has hidden anything in those tunnels.
We can't get into the tunnels. We don't know where they start.
Well,
And they're locked from the inside.
Well, we have a thief with us now. We didn't try it. I don't think Eldane tried to apply his craft last night. But if Eldane wanted to take a look at those locks in the floor to see if he could do anything, that even disconnect the hinge, that would be another way around. Just to see what's in the tunnel, to see if there's anything else. Or even if Abraham has anything in his room.
So, Mikey, you want to try to look at the trapdoor quick?
Yeah, I'm good with trying that.
Okay, describe what you do. This is old school AD&D.
Okay.
Oh boy, here we go. So we're gonna try and get through the trap door first, right?
So we're in our room. I guess we roll back the rug so you can get a closer look at it, and we'll all help you roll back the rug.
Hey guys, just real quick in the game, what time is it? Is this all after the show at
Yeah, it's like midnight.
the theater? Okay.
So it's more like 1 or 2 in the morning at this point.
Okay.
Well, we just talked in real time for about
15
10,
minutes.
15
He,
minutes?
he knocked on your door at midnight,
Oh, okay. All right.
and he had a lot of information to give you then.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Oh, you might want to go on mute, Adam.
Sorry.
Oh, no worries. Thanks,
Oh.
man.
All right. So we're gonna roll back the carpet, and we're gonna start inspecting the trap door. Obviously from the top side.
Yeah, the trap doors are locked from the other side. There's simply no way you can access them from where you are.
Are there hinges in the trapdoor?
Well, there's nothing that you can. There's no mechanism that you can really see.
So if it opens, it doesn't open outward, like upward into our room. It opens downward.
Correct.
Okay. So there are no visible hinges.
Which would make sense because you would feel them underneath the carpet.
Well, maybe that's how we discovered them, but I guess not.
So, somebody refresh my memory, how did we find out about this trapdoor again?
I think I was able to sense it as an elf.
We found it early on.
Yeah, you found it when you searched your room.
Oh, that's right, okay.
Yeah, I think Elfrain had some amazing eyes and was able to.
And Abraham confirmed that there was a series of tunnels and trapdoors that he uses to spy on his guests if he feels it's necessary.
Right, okay.
Alright, let's get some shut-eye.
The only other thing we could do is break into Abraham's room, which would then lead to the other trapdoors.
He used magic to unlock the door.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right, he did. No, wait, he was using magic because he was casting a detect magic on us. Or rather, a detect evil on us.
No, I think he'd done it earlier. I think he was using magic to get in the door.
Okay, I thought he was checking our alignments before he let us in.
I think he already committed at that point.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess we should get some shut-eye.
What spells are you preparing for the next day?
All of them?
Kelvorn is going to do a detect magic so he can see if the amulet is magical.
Alright. And he only gets one. As a magic user, you get one per
No,
spell.
he's a player. Chris's character.
Okay, that's right.
I guess he'll do a command.
He can detect evil, detect magic, command. I have cure light, wounds, command, and light.
I think light is not so useful for him.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna scratch light.
Maybe make it detect evil? Or another,
Sure.
Another command?
I'm gonna go with detect evil.
Okay.
And my magic user spell. I like unseen servant, but I'm thinking I should probably drop it out.
Charm, maybe.
I have to go with charm person.
Unseen servant's incredibly useful.
Well, I'm crazy right now. What if we put the unseen servant in a cloak and had it act as the informant or witness or whoever we're supposed to meet at night?
Is there a distance?
At what point? Like when?
So we're supposed to meet a witness at 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
We cast unseen servant, put him in a cloak, and I can make him move around wherever we're supposed to meet.
Oh, I see. What's your range on unseen servant?
Come on, that was really clever too.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
I'm outside the box tonight. Watch out.
Yeah, I like it. But wouldn't you want to cast sleep on the people coming in? You know, do you want to waste that one spell?
Area of effect. 3-inch radius, 3-foot radius, whatever it is. What's 2? 3 foot?
I think that's 20 feet, right? 2 inches equals 20 feet.
We'll is this 3-inch radius of spell caster. So whatever an inch represents.
An inch is 10 feet.
So,
It's using modeling.
yeah, so 30 feet is
Yeah.
my range.
I still think Charm Person is better.
Joel's sitting over there thinking, damn it, these guys are going to kill me tonight.
No, that's not what I'm thinking.
How am I going to avoid giving too much away this fast? That's when I look at that. They're being too clever tonight. I think I had to be mean.
Or he's thinking, oh, they're so totally off track. They have completely missed a fifth of the characters that they need to interview still. And they've made an enemy of the Assassin's Guild, so they've lost all their advantage.
All right, so Unseen Servant, or I go Charm Person?
I'd go Charm Person. Balmoral is an illusionist, and he can always, or a bard, I can't remember, but he can always help us out with some of that blue spanning stuff.
All right, Charm Person.
All right, so I guess we are going to sleep on a watch with
Okay.
2-person shifts alternating every 2 hours. And Elric will volunteer to take the first shift with whoever else is interested.
Daughter volunteers to go to sleep first.
3-point
Okay.
watch, 8 hours. That ought to do it.
All right, so it's only about a half hour, 45 minutes after you turn off the light and go to sleep, and you can hear a picking going on at your lock. The person who's up guarding, who you just said was Elric.
And one other, whoever volunteered to be first.
It's not Darter because he's sleeping.
Evil dwarf.
I think it's probably you, Bob, because the clerics and magic users have to study and pray. So we may be awake but not paying attention to stuff.
Okay. So, guys, shh, quickly goes and shakes everybody. Somebody's picking at the door.
Who's picking up the door lock or the lock underneath us?
The door.
The outside door to the hotel, to the room. All right,
There-
so everyone is awake.
Okay, I mean, it appears that somebody is trying to break in your room.
Well, I say we wait, open the door, and then we capture. Everybody agree?
We're going to wait for him to open the door, or are we just going to yank the door open, surprise him, grab him, and drag him in? And beat the living bejesus out of him?
Can we
Josh,
see under
yeah.
the door to see if is the light out enough to see if there's
What, Adam?
No, the
multiple
hallway's dark. Your room is dark. You want to turn on the light?
I like Josh's idea. Yank the door open and drag him inside.
But if there's more than one, then we'll get the first, but not the second or the third.
feet? We should get our
I say let them come in and then jump on them. Well, it's up to you. Doesn't matter. We're being very quiet. We're all
Okay.
gathering on either side of the door, I assume. And so do you guys want to open the door or do you want to wait for them to pick it?
let's wait.
Okay, we draw our weapons, so we don't have to draw them later.
I set up my bedroll to make it look like there's somebody sleeping in my bed.
Ooh, the old Shawshank maneuver. Nice.
I got this.
Do you climb through a pipe full of poop?
That's the basement. That's
Oh,
what we
that's
got
the
through.
basement.
That's the tough one over there. Oh, you roll it. I like that.
All right, so after about what seems like a long time, it's probably actually about 3 or 4 minutes, the individual who's trying to get in apparently can't pick the lock, and you can hear a little muttering, and he slithers off.
Guys, he's level 1. Let's go get him.
Mike, Bob, you want to go get him?
Yeah, taking off after him.
I'll be there.
Yeah, I say we go for it.
So,
Elric opens the door as soon as starts to hear footsteps walking away. We
okay,
don't want him to get too far. And we pull open the door and
okay.
race out after whomever it is.
So the individual is, you don't have your map in front of you,
By
any chance, do you?
Is it...
No, I couldn't. It was a PDF, so I couldn't load it up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not really important.
Is it one of the ones that you emailed to us?
Yeah.
We just open up the PDF. Oh, it's on instead of in Roll20.
Yeah, Bob, you can just open it up on the screen.
Yeah, good idea.
That's why he's smart.
That's very smart.
Are you the team captain for the race?
Probably.
Let's see. Did you...
Go. It'll be the first one I sent to, that Abraham's in.
Okay.
I sent it this afternoon around.
Got it. 2:03 p.m. Email from us at 2:03. It's a bit on the laggy side.
It's the display. Just click it once, it'll open. Really? Mine shows up in the browser.
Okay.
Or right click and open another tab. There you go.
So we talking about the one that's more maps?
The house,
Is that
no,
No, the first one.
House of Abraham, the email that he sent at 2:03 today.
Okay. Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Alright, so we are in
Now, your
rooms-
point of reference, you're in rooms 3 and 4.
Okay, so we're in the northwestern corner of the hotel. Two rooms that make up that corner.
And room 12 was Abraham's room
Okay.
that you went into
So
earlier.
he's in the
Executive
corner on
suite.
the northeastern side.
So-
Abraham's room is equal to the insides to R2 put together.
So you open the door, the individual slithers around the corner. He's obviously not going to wait very long, especially when he hears the door opening.
Okay, but we are running.
Okay? Okay, so
I mean, the three you're in, I'm assuming you each playing one went to the right, one went to the left. I mean, you flooded the hallway. You raced down the hallway, flooding it as much as you could.
Yeah, we didn't wait long. We waited like, as soon as it stopped, we started to hear a step. We burst open that door and ran out. Are you saying that we do not see which way he went as soon as we went into the hall?
you know that he went this way.
Then that's the way we run.
Okay? And
Bless you.
it's dark, so do you have a light source by any chance?
The hallways are not.
Well, who has infravision, ultravision, or whatever?
I'm a human.
I'm a dwarf.
I'm an elf. Like,
I have low light.
So the
Me and Chris stayed in the room.
individuals who had the low light or ultravision
Intro.
infravision know that the individual was chased down to the end of the hall here by room number 7, and there's really nowhere else for him to go.
He's cornered.
He's cornered.
The end of the hall. Is it one individual that we see?
It's one individual.
And the height of this individual, is it Oscar-sized or human
No,
sized?
it's human size.
Okay. And is he aware of our presence?
Yep.
Is he turning? So he's turned around?
Well, he's just against the wall, hoping that you're not going to see him.
I have my long halberd axe. Who's a long handled axe with a little point on the end. I'm moving down the hallway with that. Extend it out.
Okay.
Adam, did you go chase after him too?
Did we leave anybody behind in the room?
Me and Chris will stay back.
You and Chris stayed back?
Yeah.
The cleric and the
Yeah,
cleric mage.
I went after the guy.
So there's 4 of us. Spread out. Make sure you can't.
it's a hallway. He's not getting by us.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Don't leave any space so that there's no way he can get by us.
Just make sure he doesn't take the suicide pill.
It's a 3-foot hallway. 2 people should be able to block it.
All right.
Go 2 by 2.
That's good. Listen, friend, you're not getting far. We just want to talk.
He says, "Oh, okay, I don't want any trouble."
Do you recognize his voice?
Do we recognize his voice, male
Yeah.
or female?
It's a male.
Is it a voice that we think we've heard before?
Yep.
Whose voice?
Wolfong.
Ah.
I think we have a better reason now. This I don't get the lead.
Wilfong, is that you?
That's me.
Listen.
Don't. There's no need for any trouble. Nobody's going to hurt anybody.
I make a big show of putting my sword back in its sheath to calm him, and
Okay.
nod to the others, maybe to do the same.
Okay.
Card player.
I
You
say we invite him back to the room.
guys that can see in the dark, you know that he's got his dagger in his hand. Wait.
I
So
don't.
okay, there's no need for any weapons or any trouble. I'll put my knife down. You put your knives down, and we can just call it a night.
I have a big axe in my hand still.
There's not a lot of places we put that.
Listen, Wolfong.
Yep.
Let's have a chat. You want to come back with us? We've got some wine from the night. Maybe we can have a talk. There was a matter that we wanted to discuss with you.
We could let you in the room this time.
Why don't we just call it a night and talk tomorrow morning?
Well,
You're so keen to get to us tonight. We should talk tonight.
let's just have a quick talk, and then we'll say nothing of the fact that you tried to have an accelerated chat with us tonight.
All right. Just keep it down. Don't wake anybody else up.
Okay.
I'll follow you. I'll follow you to your room.
You
But
guys made it right yesterday?
Okay.
nothing in my hands.
I'll follow you.
Okay, fine. Just put that big axe down. I don't need you to slice the back of my head.
Don't worry. You just walk behind him, you'll be fine.
Okay.
We'll have 2 in front of Wilfong, 2 behind, in case he makes a break for it, and we will, in a friendly manner, escort him back to our room.
All right. Well, so he carefully positions himself where you told him,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
follow.
we should tell him to position himself into a chair.
Well, all right. So he follows you down to your room.
Once he's in the room, we close the door,
Okay.
we lock it again,
Okay.
and we invite him to have a seat.
Okay. He sits down.
So, Wilfong, we did have a few questions for you,
Well, let's start with why are you trying to get in my room?
but the first
Let's
question we
start with
have...
tying him to the chair.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and be tied up.
Well, I
That's
don't
okay.
think...
We outnumber you.
There's
Yeah,
no need
well-
to tie him.
Well, when I start screaming and yelling, all my friends will come to my aid. So
There's no need for any such unpleasantries. Let's
If you had that many friends, they would already be here.
talk like civilized people. Wilfong, you seem like a nice guy. What were you doing trying to get into our room tonight?
I was looking for a little extra cash.
Hmm.
He points over to the magic user. That guy Ducat. He's throwing money around everywhere. Everybody gets an extra gold piece or two for whatever they do. I was just gonna help myself to a little. I didn't know you guys were gonna be up so late.
Just trying to earn a buck, huh?
Hey, it's no there's no shame in that. Everybody does it.
But you live here. Haven't you heard the phrase, don't poop where you eat?
I've made a pretty good living out of helping myself to some of the guests in this inn. Nobody ever gives me any grief about that. They know. Oscar, Fillmore, they do the same thing.
I think Kevlorn has Detect Magic memorized. Can he cast that right now?
Sneaky like?
If he wants to, he could.
But before he does, is Wilfong wearing an amulet that we see?
Or medallion, or whatever
Or a
it is.
medallion?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he's got a medallion around his neck.
So Kevlorn will cast Detect Magic.
Wolfong wants to know what you're doing.
I'm,
What do you think you're doing? I'm not going to stay here if you're going to start casting spells.
I'm praying to my god, the god of magic, whose name is...
Don't lie to me.
Magic.
Abracadabra.
I can read faces pretty well.
The Kevlorn is praying to his god. And
I'm not
casting
going to
a spell.
stay here.
He's casting a Detect Magic spell.
He says, I know what you guys are up to. I'm not going to stay here.
So what are we up to? Tell us.
You're casting spells.
I think you know a lot more than you're leaving.
Why
I'm a smart guy.
let's put some more cards on the table.
Oh, you want to play cards? Let's head out. Head on out to the main room then.
You do very well at cards, don't you?
Yeah. You seem to have a natural gift for that. I would assume Chris is still casting his spell and distracted at this point. You seem to have a natural gift for playing cards.
You know, some people say that your ability to play cards, it's almost as if you could read the minds of your opponents.
All right, you guys don't insult me. I know that you know what I've got around my neck. In case you forgot, I can read your minds.
Well, then, you surely know that if we spill your secret...
So you don't have to cast your spells. You can knock it off, magic user.
All right.
Kevlorn...
Then you know we want to borrow that.
Yep.
You know, in return for that, we won't inform anybody, particularly Captain Basmar, who you seem to enjoy fleecing.
I don't care. He's not going to believe you guys. You can't threaten me or try to coerce me. And no, I'm not going to lend you this. You'll pry it off my dead neck.
Oh, well, that is...
And if you puny little guys think that you can take me on, then you give it a try. I may not be able to beat 6 guys, but I'll take out a couple of you. I'm much more experienced than you are.
We want to.
We want a peaceful solution to this. We want to borrow that to help with. Obviously, you know what's going on around here. You probably know why we're here. You probably knew before anybody else why we were here.
You think I'm gonna stick my neck out and have it slashed by the end of the night? I don't think so.
You know what? What will it take for you to give that to loan that to us for one day, 24 hours? You can make us think of it like we won it in a card game. We can give you a black eye like we roughed you up and took it, although I'd rather not go that method. Or we can just get it, you can give it to us, no questions asked, but they don't give it back.
And you can read Ducat's mind, so you know he's a man of his word. If he says he's going to give it back to you, you will get it back.
100 gold pieces.
Whoa.
You know we don't have that.
Would Abraham be willing to pay that if we can get him out?
Abraham has been arrested by the captain guard.
Did you see it? Did you tell us what happened?
I didn't see anything. And even if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
So wait, you're the one who comes trying to pick at our door and steal our stuff, and you don't trust us? I think you seem to have your knowledge of
You
cause and
got-
effect is reversed.
You guys are here hunting for assassins. I don't know who is an assassin, who's not. Even if I know that you are not an assassin, how do I know that you're not a spy for the assassins? They are all over the place, you know. They could be listening into this room at this very moment.
You can read our minds. So clearly, if there's one person who knows the answer to that question, it would be you and us.
It doesn't mean I know everything that you're not thinking about. It's not a medallion of I know everything that you know.
So if I tell everyone in this room not to think of a pink elephant,
Oh!
are you now, Wolfong, plagued? All 6 of us are thinking of pink elephants. Is
God,
that not right?
I thought you were going marshmallow again.
And Wolfong, if that is true, then all I have to say is, are any of you spies or part of the Assassin's Guild? Now, no matter how hard they try, they can't help but think of that.
Look, I'll tell you what. If there's somebody specific that you want me to try to get some information for you, then we can talk about that tomorrow. But I'm not going to just hand this over to you, and you certainly can't threaten me. Me and my friends will make pretty quick work out of you guys, and I'm not talking about assassin friends. I'm not an assassin.
How about you join us for the next day?
Why? Why should I? So I can get knifed in the back? Which is probably what's going to happen to you guys in the next day or two?
You know that the Baron was assassinated, yeah?
I don't care about any Baron.
Do you know that there is a tremendous reward out for finding who murdered the Baron?
Not worth it.
Not worth it. If you wanted $100 for the use of the medallion for a day, can you imagine how much you would make if you were able to provide?
I would never survive.
Not
The
even-
Baron was, so you say, murdered in his vast castle with all his bodyguards. What makes you think that I would survive even a day once the murderers are chasing me?
You're a clever guy. You seem to know the ways of the night.
You got enough money, you could disappear easily enough in this area.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do tomorrow. I probably should.
You can move over to You could strike it rich with a Nereid or a nymph who could cater to your
Look,
need.
what do you guys want with me? I'm not. All I want to do is stay out of trouble, and I don't want to end up with a knife in my back.
Well,
I'm sorry I tried to break in your room.
So are we.
I suppose if we use his assistance, if he's unwilling to part with the medallion, we have 2 options. We can pay him
Well,
100 for the day.
Which we don't have.
Well, we know people who have deeper pockets than we do.
I mean, we could threaten to go to the mayor and explain how he was trying to break into our room.
There's the stick or the carrot right now. Balmuro runs a successful business, and his best friend was just taken.
Oh, and you're surprised that
arrested.
Balmoro's left town already now.
But Balmuro has $100, has 100 gold on him, and he might be willing to spring the 100 gold to allow us to borrow this medallion for a day. In the alternative, we certainly could threaten to raise his name to the mayor. I think that makes an enemy out of a potential ally. Maybe we should try to scrounge up the 100. We know what motivates our friend here.
I have 19.
Eldane, Ephraim, thoughts? Or he's willing to maybe let us take one favor of him. We could invite Holga in.
I think Holg was the favor in that regard because we'll never get him close to Arneson.
I don't think we'll get him
I
close to
think,
him.
I think 100 gold is a little absurd.
So perhaps we just cash in the favor and then have him join us with Holga, and then see if he can determine any information from Volga?
I think that's probably wise.
I'm certain we could arrange for Wilbur to have lunch here
And invite her?
and invite her.
And then Wolf on
I
him.
mean, Relis is quite the good cook, if I recall.
Good. All right, Wolf on.
Yeah.
We have a proposition for you. We understand you're trying to make a living, and we're trying to stay alive. So we have something in common. What we propose is this. Play your card game as you normally do. And perhaps tomorrow, if we can make an arrangement for Holga of the castle to come down for lunch. Or
Holga? Why Holga?
Listen, we don't want to give you any more information. The less you know, the better.
The less you know, the safer you are. Let's just say she may
All
have
right.
a clue you
Besides,
are.
you should know by now.
Yeah. She may have a clue we're interested in. You give us a read on her. One of us will play cards with you at the time so we can exchange information a little bit. And then we'll forget this whole business about you breaking in and we won't tell anybody about that. It can be nice quiet. Here you go, there you go.
All right, it's a deal. Now let me give you a little piece of advice. What you just did was incredibly stupid. You ran out of your room in the middle of the night, down the dark hallway, not knowing who's there, what's there. How do you know that these so-called assassins weren't waiting right outside your door to stab you in the back? Don't do that again.
That's
You don't
good
know
advice.
who you can...
Duly noted.
You know why I survive in this town? Because I don't trust anybody and I watch my back.
Well, I am
That's
level
my
1.
advice to you guys.
I haven't collected any experience yet, and I'm level 1. But that's
And
a,
we're supposed to, we are a little green.
that's a good point.
And I can assure you that if there's somebody sticking a knife in your back, I ain't helping you.
Well, we got that impression when you tried to break into our room. But thank you for the advice.
You're welcome.
Alright, we'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully for lunch.
You may want to try the people in room 6. They seemed like they had some money in their pockets.
Okay. Thanks for your advice. Yeah, I'll go break into the captain's room. I don't need to break in his room to get his money.
Don't forget, no one's in Abraham's room.
That's the evil dwarf right there.
What was it?
Don't forget, nobody's in Abraham.
Yeah, all the rooms that he had to break into, he could have broken into the guy who got arrested today. It's so
Who
true.
has money?
Alright, so
Okay.
I guess we gotta get our rest. First thing we get up, we'll go see Balmoro and get Wilbur to arrange a lunch.
Mhm.
And then we have to report it to Arnis, preferably before the lunch.
So you're waking up. All right. Say
6 hours sleep.
so. There's another 2-hour shift, and one more 2-hour shift.
Oh, should we get his laptop from him before he leaves? Alright.
All right. So now it's approximately 8 in the morning. You guys sleep pretty late for a fishing town.
What day is it?
So now is Thursday morning.
Okay, was this Thursday special? Is there no fishing Thursday or that's Tuesday?
Just Tuesday. And there's no shows on Saturday and Sunday. And I don't remember
I
anything.
think he's
special.
really cutting out of his business right there.
Yeah, what the heck? How in
Alright,
the world does he not do shows on Saturday and Sunday? That's a ridiculous business model. That's an absolutely ridiculous business
maybe there's a
model.
better show on Saturday. Alright, so I guess we head down for breakfast. And then, is the inn open for breakfast? Is the inn open?
How are the people taking it? The staff and his friends.
Well, you walk into the main room and Glammy is there at the bar as usual. Oscar and Fillmore are sitting at one of the small tables eating, and James walks up to you and you could see he's been crying. So did you guys hear what happened?
You know, we heard that Abraham was arrested. Do you have any more details? Were you there when it happened?
No. I don't know what happened. The other I think Glammy said the guard just came and took him. I don't know what happened or why they took him. I don't know what he did. He's never gotten in trouble before. I mean, the guards come here sometimes and yell at him or harass him, and they're always stopping in here to check on what's going on, but they've never arrested him.
Which guards were there? Did you recognize
Well,
them?
I don't know who they are.
Oh,
They weren't Gulk and Fargo, were they?
I don't know any
were
of their
they,
names.
Were they human or half orc?
I don't know. I didn't really get to see him. I mean, Glammy might have saw him, but I didn't see him. Can I get you breakfast?
Is Relis cooking?
Yeah, Relis is in the kitchen.
Alright.
I think she's making some eggs.
Yes,
Sounds
please.
like a great breakfast.
Thank you.
Okay. So at that time, through the door comes Captain Bassmar. Says, "Men, I've got a proposition for you."
Speaking to us or
Yeah.
other men?
Speaking to you guys, just to you guys.
Good morning, Captain.
Good morning.
How did you sleep last night?
Oh, can't complain. How about you guys?
Well, we heard a few noises out there in the middle of the night, but nothing too exciting.
We see that nice and loud so that Will Fong hears us.
Have a seat.
Wolfong's not there.
Yeah, we didn't hear about it.
Wolfgang gets in at 2 in the morning, or 2 in the afternoon. Have a seat.
Okay,
what did
yeah,
you
have
want
a
to chat
seat.
about?
Well, I've got an exciting proposition for you.
Does he seem like he is being sincere or insincere? Can we get a read on him at this point? Is he, trying to scam us?
He's a blowhard.
Okay.
Doesn't
My-
take much.
My friend the fishermen are fed up with the octopus that are hanging around the northern end of the lake, and they're willing to pay good money for people that can go and battle them. And you guys are obviously adventurers. I think they've been waiting for somebody like you for a long time to come into town.
Really?
I think they will pay a lot of money for an expedition to go kill the octopus up there.
Octopi?
Is this
Define
It's a lot of money.
100 gold or more, perhaps?
Perhaps.
More than we can imagine.
No.
Is this
Oh.
a sort of
I can imagine. a
All
lot.
you have to do is cut me in for
Thank you.
1/7 of the proceeds, and I can arrange it for you.
and
I'm a little short in cash myself, so
is the octopus a place that is far away, or is this a matter of a trip that requires a couple of hours or a couple of days?
well, it's the north part of the lake.
So not that far. Then.
No, it might take I don't know an hour to row up there, and
Well, what do you say, boys? We are low on funds. I can imagine what I can easily do with 100 gold.
Well, first off, we need to know what the actual payment is.
How big are the octopi?
How big is is it one octopi or multiple? And 10%, not 1/7.
Agree. Yeah, we'll cut him in for 10%.
10%. I'm giving you setting up this job for
And
you.
we're the ones who are gonna get killed.
You guys aren't gonna get killed. Are you that bad with a sword?
We don't know what we're walking into.
Do you have a bow and arrow? You can probably just shoot it from the boat.
We don't even have a bow and arrow. We're so under-equipped. Do you have a few
Yeah.
bows and arrows that you could lend us?
I have nothing.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, since we're the one taking all the risk, we're the ones who are going to get the most reward.
Oh. All right, agreed.
10%.
Meet me down at the docks in an hour.
Does it give us time? Eat, pick up my armor, pick up my bow, and visit Lydia, the whatever she's
You can't wait too long, otherwise all the fishermen will be out and there won't be any boats.
Alright, we'll hustle.
Are the
Okay.
shops open at 8? Or it's maybe 8:30 now?
Yeah.
Joel, do you recall if the shops are open at this time? Would we know that by now?
This is a farming and fishing community. They were probably open at 4:30 in the morning.
All right. So we call down.
Scarf down breakfast.
we take our breakfast to go.
So you'll want to put the map of Groton back up.
Oh right.
I mean, cheese sandwiches.
Wait, did he leave? Are we, relatively private?
Yeah, he went out the door. Oscar and Fillmore are still sitting there at the table eating their breakfast,
I don't trust
undoubtedly eavesdropping on your conversation,
I don't trust this.
as Glammy is the bartender.
Yeah. If this town was really that interested in clearing out that octopus, they would come to us 2 days ago.
Not Lammy.
How much is it?
Oscar, no. Fomar.
As a complete out of character comment here, see now, I would just, this is Bob speaking and not Elric. Is this a ploy to get us a loan so assassins can kill us? Or is this a convenient plot hook that allows us to get 100 gold so that we can pay for a day's rental of an ESP medallion?
Yeah, Adam is a little concerned that we might be blowing an opportunity but Efferon is totally dubious.
And at the same time, we haven't yet had the chance to get into a fight with something, so I am totally for killing an octopus. Sign me up! But now, going back to being Elric, let's approach this with caution, my friends. But I suggest that we explore the avenue. Alright, so we're heading down to
Well, I wonder if it's a ploy just to get us out of the town for a while. Maybe they're trying to hide something.
Well, they don't seem like they need to hide anything. If they want to arrest people, they just arrest them and break into
You know
their-
what? Let's hit Lydia's place, which is right up the road.
Yep.
We have to go past Balmaro's place on the way to the armor.
Mhm.
Let's stop him for a second, see if he has any suggestions, and try to arrange something lunch for Holga.
Okay.
And
And
then
we'll
let
let
the
the
ball
boy-
work. And
Do you have
then
an idea how long this would take if we did go out?
You have to ask them.
okay, dinner with Holga.
Yeah.
How long does it take to kill an octopus?
What do you call it? Flu vaccination.
All right, so we scarf down breakfast,
Okay.
head over to Lydia's.
Okay.
She said she would have some equipment for us.
Because Lydia was so friendly to us last night.
Dude, you missed the part where she offered chainmail. This is AD&D, dude.
Oh, okay.
We're talking chainmail.
So
It's not that cool, sweetie.
Yes, it is.
you said you heard a voice say the door's open. This is a general store, you know. You don't have to knock.
Okay, so we.
Sorry,
knock-
city folk with their city
I knock
customers.
again.
So you guys actually survived the night. I didn't think you would.
Yeah, we're not sure. We got tough luck.
I guess so. Somebody must be looking out for you. Undoubtedly, you heard about Abraham by now, huh?
Yeah, do you know anything else other than that he was arrested?
You know, I feel sorry for him.
Any idea where they would keep him?
Yeah, in the dungeon or the prison or whatever they have up at the castle. I've never been arrested. I don't know.
Yeah, Strike Force.
I guess it's not surprising. Arneson probably didn't like him very much. He probably trumped up some idiotic charge, and he was probably dumb enough to get caught.
Does this happen often in this town?
I've never seen it happen before, but as you know, there's been a lot going on this week.
Yeah. The pot has been stirred up quite a bit. I have a quick question for you.
Okay?
It's been brought to our attention that Arneson instructs some of the younger people in the use of magic.
Yeah, she's got a magic user school up there.
How powerful of a magic user would you say she is?
Uh,
And have you seen any, like, is she specialized in illusionism or anything like that?
I don't know. I haven't seen her use any magic.
Okay.
I can't imagine it's that powerful.
Okay.
I mean, she just teaches beginners. If she knows enough not to mess around with me or my friends, so she can't be that powerful.
Hmm. Or maybe she just has an intelligence that is wise enough, or wisdom, to know not to mess around with you or your friends.
Well, why would she mess around with us?
She's a mage, not a cleric.
She could be a multi-class we don't know, like me.
Touche, good sir.
And Lydia, you should know too that one of the members of the guard provided us with a warning
Yeah.
yesterday, and that member of the guard has now been found dead as well.
Undoubtedly, he was assassinated
Agreed.
for giving you information. That was pretty stupid.
You would offer us some weapons. Is that offer still on the table, or have you reconsidered based on what's transpired?
Oh, you want to buy something? I could show you what I have for sale.
Thought it was a loan.
What do I get for collateral? How do I know that you guys aren't just going to take off out of town? Which is probably smarter than Abraham.
We're obviously too stupid to leave town.
I'm not. Well, me and Gelmark aren't worried. We know how to take care of ourselves. Nobody's going to mess with us. Nobody ever has.
Okay, what do you have and how much are you charging for it?
Well, let's see. I've got 4 leather suits of armor in stock, 4 shields, 2 sets of studded leather, 1 set of chain. That's all I've got as far as armor. Does any of that interest you?
I'm afraid to ask what you're charging for the leather because I'm paying 7 to crack.
Let me look at my book here. My book of
And Lydia, if you can think of any way that we can repay our debt to you, in terms of goods or services, aside from gold itself. We are hard workers and honorable men.
I don't want to be associated with you guys because that's just going to lead to trouble for me.
We understand. Hey,
As far as we're concerned, you're just here looking over my merchandise,
Sure.
and if you walk out with something, as far as we're concerned, you bought it. Okay.
Fair enough.
The leather armor, 7 gold pieces per set.
Right.
Got a good deal.
The chain will cost you 100.
Yeah, speaking of that, we were invited to go on an octopus hunt later.
Yeah.
Is that a known problem? There's an octopus?
Well, I know that there's octopuses that are harassing the fishermen, and they certainly don't have the ability to kill them.
So that's a legitimate concern.
Okay, we wanted to make sure the source of this was a little questionable, so we wanted to make sure.
Who's your source?
Dasmar.
That guy, huh? I don't know what why he cares, but
He wanted this.
he probably wants a cut. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Although that is an idea, would we be able to give you a cut of our earnings in return for the purchase of some of the items that you
I'm
have to
not
sell?
really interested in any of that.
'Cause we
I'm
could-
just here selling goods. I don't care what happens with any octopuses or what you guys do with your time.
But we're saying if there was a monetary reward for the service, we could cut you in for 20%, and that would cover the cost of what we purchased from you today.
No, because you inept guys are probably just going to die out there, and I'd never get my money.
But if you outfitted us, then we have.
Then I'd lose my armor too.
Do you have any weapons? I'm specifically looking for darts.
Let me see if I've got some darts. A throwing axe.
Range.
Yeah, I've got a box of darts here.
Do you have any
there's-
ranged weapons in addition to
There's
that?
30 darts in the box there.
Okay, that would be.
More than
Well, 10 silver pieces per dart.
They made, per dart?
Yep.
They made out of silver?
It's true.
You can find a better price in this town. Have you been dart shopping very much?
That's two. There's 2 darts for a gold piece.
So you can buy 14 darts, or you can buy a complete suit of leather armor. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. You can't throw 3 darts in one turn
No, that's the
for
problem.
1d3 damage.
So you can be done with those in 3.5
For
turns.
3.5 turns, in 18 seconds, you can be out of your darts, but you'll have your leather armor forever.
That's awesome.
I've got 3 throwing daggers. Would you be more interested in those?
It's not my thing. I would like a regular dagger at some point, but I'll let you guys do your spiel.
You don't happen to have a bow or short bow or
Nope.
crossbow?
Nope, I don't have any of that. I've got a short sword. Got some boots over here.
Sling?
How much are the throwing daggers?
Next thing's
Nine,
Good night, Amy. Take care.
three gold pieces each.
Thank you so much. I'll let you
For
know.
the throwing dagger?
Yeah.
3 GP each, Mikey.
Are there any special properties in those boots?
They'll keep your feet dry.
Oh,
That's a very important property in boots. Because if you had a hole in it, it wouldn't do that job.
that's true. I
How
suppose.
would
They
you
won't
shield?
let you walk on water, though.
I wouldn't mind being known as Open Shield.
13 gold pieces for the shield.
Wow. Isn't that crazy? Shield gives you -1 armor class, and a suit of leather armor takes you down to a 7. The shield is almost twice as much as the far more effective leather armor.
But only certain people can use a shield.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody buy anything? Does anybody need anything?
Ranged weapons would be nice, a couple more throwing daggers, but with our inability to hit anything, we'll be just throwing them into the ocean. That is the problem.
Yes.
Well, you can, if you don't like my armor, you can go see the armorer. Crack if he hasn't bashed your head in.
We would much rather deal with you, but
I don't blame you.
I think your armor sounds good. I'd like to buy a suit of your leather armor.
Okay,
7 gold, you said?
7 gold. Yep.
I can pay that.
So she calls out to Delmar. Come on, So he comes out and helps get the leather armor out.
Leather, make sure AC
Accepts
8, I don't-
accepts your payment. Make sure you adjust your gold.
Yeah. And what was that, Josh?
Make sure leather armor is an 8 AC.
Thank you.
You just decrease the enemy's ability to hit you by 10%.
Yeah. Although, if the enemy is using a piercing weapon,
Dude, why are you going there?
then you still have a 10 AC. It's a +2 AC.
That's only if he wants to play by that rule.
I say we play by that rule.
You can play by that rule. I'm not getting that level.
If we face a whole bunch of enemies and they're wearing leather armor, then we increase our chances to hit them by 10% because we nullify their leather armor with sharp pointy things.
I just stick.
And vice versa. I'm gonna take some leather armor too, and one throwing dagger.
Okay.
And GT.
And I will do
Look at
a
the big spender over
leather
here.
armor as well.
I check my purse to make sure I still have my remaining gold in it.
So none of you guys want my nice chainmail armor here?
How much is it?
100 gold pieces.
I'm afraid we can't afford it.
Is that what?
So, yeah, did you
is
say
that
10 gold pieces?
what- I said 100 gold pieces.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
I am all out of gold now. I used my last 7, and I have leather armor. And that's it for me.
Yeah, I'm actually out of money.
The studded leather, I can let you have it for 20 gold pieces.
Said leather gives you a 7 AC. Right?
Yes.
It's better against piercing too. And you can still do all your thiefly skills with it. Alright, well Lydia,
Well,
I'm sorry that we weren't able to have more gold to spend more at your store, but thank you very much.
Do you have any?
well, at least you spent it wisely. You spent it here.
Do you have any flexibility in the price of those darts?
What did I just tell you?
10
4
silver,
for 10.
10 silver per dart. I was thinking like 1 silver per dart would be more.
Given the volume
That's
of
impossible.
purchases- Lydia, I don't know if this helps, but you
I'll-
just bought half of all the armor that you have in stock.
I'll give them to you for 6 silver apiece.
Any chance you could throw in a throwing
Page
dagger
35.
for nothing?
I'll have.
Actually, the book says 5 silver pieces
The book says 5.
per dart.
Wow.
I'm surprised. That's kind of pricey for what I would expect the dart to be.
It is now, but when you're level 5,
Been playing for 30 years. And you learn something new all the time.
you did all right with your estimate of 10. It's like just an overpriced estimate.
All right, I had.
Well, there's a reason why it's overpriced.
Damn you, Joel, for bringing economics into this.
It is a fishing town. It's not a big city.
And there's there's a little bit of a scarcity with only one supplier. The other nearest darts are a day away at least.
Yeah. Who's our supplier really? The Assassin's Guild? They're the ones who are making all the weapons in the army?
Okay, so I think I have 27 gold based on my starting. I have 07 to the armor. Crag. Or craft or whatever his name
Hope
is.
you've been deducting all those tips that you've been throwing around all over town.
Yeah, I'm just going to throw a gold piece or 2 away at the end of, at the end of the day for that. 6 silver pieces each. So 10 would be 60 silver, which would be 3 gold.
3 gold. Yep.
All right,
I
I'm
got
going
a change rate.
to buy 10 darts.
Right, so pick out the 10 darts you want.
I look for the sharpest, nice, or this one.
Now, if we knew that we were going to fight a giant octopus today, maybe we would have memorized different spells.
So I deducted my 3 gold.
Magic missile would have been better, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it would have been a lot better. or maybe something like walk on water.
That's a curious thing. If you cast Walk on Water and then its tentacles grab you and try to pull you under, and you're able to keep your feet, like, can it not pull you because it's like just can't puncture it?
spell anyway.
All right, so we've made our purchase, and then we head over to Balmora's, where we are hopeful that we will see either him or Wilbur.
Well, we asked for Balmoral.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You walk into the playhouse, and they're in the middle of rehearsal, so they're all there.
Good morning, Balmoral. I'm sure you've heard the news by now. Or you were the one who broke up the news to us,
Yes.
so you know. Listen, we've discussed last night, and we have a plan.
All right, stop everybody. We're in the middle of rehearsal, but I guess these guys want to talk to us. So.
We have no time. We have an octopus we have to kill.
Phyllis, take over, okay?
Bye.
So Balmoral comes over to you. So, what's up? What can I do for you guys?
First off, Basmar set us up to go fight an octopus. Is that a legitimate, or are we gonna be getting Shanghai here?
Oh, I mean, I guess that's something. I mean, there's octopuses there. I don't know what he has to do with anything.
He's arranging it for us, and he just robbed us.
So that's what you guys want to spend your day doing, huh? Chasing octopuses?
We're
Well,
discussing that.
it ties into something else. Perhaps we can go into your back office. I don't want anyone hearing this part of our conversation.
All right. Hey. All right, come on, guys. Walk back to the office.
So we've confirmed that Wilfong does indeed carry an item of magical properties that are useful to us.
He does, huh?
A medallion of mind reading. A medallion of ESP.
Okay.
We know that there's a conspiracy in the town. If we can find out who truly killed the Baron, then they will have to set Abraham free. And this is the way in which we can keep your friend alive. However, Wilfong is unwilling to part with this medallion unless he is paid 100 gold. Or we have another idea. He is willing one time only to allow one person to come down to the inn where he will read their thoughts and advise us what he finds.
And who might that person be? That person of interest?
Well, you yourself told us last night that Wilbur's girlfriend,
Olga?
Olga,
Yeah.
had something to do with stealing one of your lute strings. Clearly,
Yeah.
she's tied up in this because one lute string was found at the scene of the crime. Our thought is if Wilbur may be able to invite Olga to dinner at the inn, then perhaps Wilfong can read her mind and we can find out the extent of her role and who else is involved, which might lead us to another set of clues. What do you think?
Yeah, it's possible. I hope you're not considering that Wilbur is mixed up in this at all.
No, we believe that unfortunately Wilbur's been
The poor kid's a wreck right now.
used or duped or whatever we want to say.
He's fallen down the wrong path.
Yeah.
I don't think
You
he's
know, all he needs to do is ask her if she likes the silver, the golden lute string or what she did with it, just so her mind thinks back to it, and then Will Fong will be able to read and focus on what she's thinking at the time, whether I gave it to Arneson to plant or whatever.
Might want to go on
Okay.
mute, Adam.
You guys
Sorry.
just be careful if you talk to Olga, because she could very well be a member of this whole thing.
Well, we don't intend to talk to Holga. We intend to let Wilbur have her date. In fact, here's a couple coppers so Wilbur can pay for dinner.
Where's he gonna take her?
To the inn. Weren't you
Oh,
just listening to our plan?
All right, sorry, I guess I didn't quite get that part.
That's okay. So we are proposing then that Wilbur take Olga on a date for dinner tonight at the inn. They will sit close enough to Wilfong. Wilfong will read the mind of Olga. And all Wilbur has to do, at some point, is mention the lute. And that should be enough for Olga to start thinking about the lute and for Wilfong to determine the extent of her involvement and who else is involved.
So all Wilbur has to know is he's asking Holga to dinner, and he's just got to bring up the lute string. He doesn't need to know anything else outside of that.
But if he wants to talk about recent
Right.
events and the
Well-
death of the Baron, then certainly he could mention that during dinner.
All right, I have no objection to that, but under no circumstance, and you guys give me your word, is Wilbur to be in any danger.
That's why we're trying to not give him too much information. He's a young man. We don't want to endanger him at all.
I guard Wilbur with my life, and I would expect you guys to do the same if you're going to truly try to solve this mystery.
We will do everything we can.
I will not stand for. I will hold you guys personally responsible for his safety.
We will do our we like I said, we don't want to wrap him up in it. That's why we're just trying to give him as little information as possible.
Well,
He doesn't need to know everything. That should keep them more safe than not.
I'll just say your plan better work because we will be very upset if anything happens to Wilbur.
As will we.
As would we, Eleanor. This is your best friend. Abraham and you go back decades living in this town. So if you have a better plan, we're open to it. We're trying to help you recover a friend who's clearly been wronged. And we think this is a good option to pursue. But, you know, you've got more history than this town than we
I
do.
know.
But you're not talking to a little kid here. Don't try to pull over. I know why you guys are in town. We already talked about it, and I've given you all the information I had.
And we appreciate that. And at the end of it, while we...
The reason I say this is you're distancing yourself from this event. Like you're saying, oh, if you put Wilbur at risk, understand that you are vested, you have a good friend, and you yourself are implicated in this crime.
Realize, while we don't believe you were involved, there's still evidence that supports your presence there.
You could be taken off the street today.
So we're trying to wrap this up and clear you as well.
I mean, you seem awfully apathetic and laid back and indifferent to this whole thing.
I'm just telling you that Wilbur is like my son. Abraham is my friend, but if it was a choice between Abraham and Wilbur, I would protect Wilbur and any of my other troop here.
Well, then perhaps you should invite Wilbur and Olga out to dinner yourself, and you can be at that table to ensure that he is protected.
Then Helga's going to find out about him knowing about the loot string and everything. We probably don't want that.
Just want to say.
Anyway.
All right, I will have that set up. If he can talk to Holga today, which is no guarantee, and if Holga accepts his invitation, which is also no guarantee.
Of course.
So I will take care of things on Wilbur's end and see to it that he has that dinner, to the extent that it's under control.
Thank you.
You've had a night to sleep. Can you think of any avenues that we should be investigating? Now that
Did you see Abraham get arrested?
No, I was at the playhouse with you guys. Remember?
Sorry. All right.
I'm sorry I'm a little short, but it's been a long night. My best friend is in jail. I don't know what he did to get in there. He probably didn't even do anything. There's crazy things going on here. You don't even know who to trust anymore. But
and yet you still continue on, business as usual, continuing with the rehearsal.
Show must go on.
Oh. Did Helga have any friends who participated in the show as well?
Olga's friends, if she has any, are up at the castle.
Castle.
We don't see her too often.
Okay.
I see her around town every now and then, but just like anybody else you don't know very well, don't trust anybody. I know who to trust in this town, and I know who to be wary of. That's what me, Martin, and Abraham, we know who to keep our eyes on. And Holga's one of them that we keep our eyes on, especially for Wilbur's sake.
Okay. Is there anything else that you can think of that we should be doing as part of this effort to free Abraham and clear his name?
Watch your backs all the time. All the time. Don't take anything for granted.
Okay, I'm gonna start walking backwards. You and I will be back to back.
Well, let's get on a fishing vessel.
Let's go get on a fishing vessel we know nothing about, attacking a creature we know nothing about.
We are adventurers.
I know.
Adventurers equals stupid. I've decided.
I guess the other piece of advice I can give you at this point is don't do anything to piss off the castle. Otherwise, you're going to be right there with Abraham, and who knows what's going to happen then.
I'm thinking we all right, thank you. So we got my armor, get the bow.
Oh, and I know this is a lot to ask, but seeing as we are perhaps your best hope of
That's chance.
getting your friend free, you wouldn't happen to have any old adventuring equipment kicking around, old props, swords perhaps, or bows and arrows that you might have had, in the back, used in previous plays, or
Slings and arrows.
slings,
About great
Darts.
fortune.
darts, indeed,
Um,
armor even, helmets. Helmets prevent critical hits. Did you guys know that?
I think we remember that.
I know. We should all be wearing helmets right now. Those of us who are
Can't
able
afford
to.
those.
I know. Get a pot. Go make friends with Glammy and just wear a pot on your head.
Well, Brad, I'll just take a keg and build a box, cut the head and like arms out for you.
That is genius.
Except they're wooden kegs.
Perfect.
Wooden armor.
Open
What is that?
armor.
That's like an 8, right? That's got to be
I don't
like
think
an 8.
I don't think there is an option for wooden armor.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I mean, all my props are pretty much just that. They're props. But he digs into his pocket. Take this 15 gold pieces and go to Lydia's general store and see if she has something that you can buy to help you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will do our best to ensure that we do what we can to save Abraham and clear his name.
All right. Good luck. Now let me get back to my rehearsal.
Of course. Thank you for the time.
It's a great show.
And thank you. And I'll make sure things are set up with Wilbur.
Thank you. All right, we hustle over to
Boyer,
Cracks.
Cracks, get your armor. Boyer, get the
Yep.
bow and arrow.
Get the Cracks, get my armor. Thank you very much.
Where's my money?
There you go. 7 gold pieces for our discussion. Fits nice.
Good set of armor.
Thank you. Moving on.
He says, right sword?
Did we hear it speaking?
It's saying something, but you can't understand it.
Oh, is it like a gruff? How would you define the voice?
No,
I'm
he-
just curious.
Like a little whine.
Interesting.
He just looks
good.
over back at you guys with a very sly look on his face.
Oh, my armor.
Not nodding a little bit.
Craig,
You
what
guys
is-
want to stay for a while?
No, we have to go.
We have to have an
Sorry,
appointment.
bye.
We have an appointment, sorry.
Come back this afternoon sometime.
Maybe.
Maybe we fight. We have a good time.
Sounds
Okay.
interesting.
Gotta go. Thanks, buddy.
Okay. It's been about an hour now.
All right, are we getting? I'm not sold on this. I think we're gonna waste a lot of time.
I agree that we are, but it's been 4 weeks and we haven't killed anything. And I am playing AD&D, and we gotta kill something.
Don't worry, somebody's gonna try to kill us later.
I know, but for 100 gold, then we can.
We don't know it's 100 gold. It could be 10 gold.
I bet you it's 100 gold. I bet you a million.
If
I
it's
bet
10 gold, we don't take the job.
if it's 10 gold, we don't take the job. Exactly.
We still have yet to meet with Arneson today.
We
were
will.
supposed to brief her.
We will. We're
We don't even know how long this is gonna take.
We'll just tell her we got held up saving the fishermen, helping her town.
Let's go down to the Pasmar and get some more details.
Yeah. Well, isn't he
We're
at the
supposed to meet him
docks?
at the docks,
Yeah.
Do we want to have?
Get the bow first.
So we gotta have Mike. Why don't 3 of us meet at the docks? Talk to him while the other 3 run and get the bow.
I propose that since we're wanted by Assassin's Guild, we don't split the party right now.
All right.
I know we're going to be a little later. If we miss the boat, we'll go tomorrow.
All right. So we hustle down to the bower.
To the bower.
Yes.
Okay.
Mikey gets his bow.
Oh, you guys want your bow this morning? It's not ready yet.
You said come back in a day.
You know, it hasn't been a day yet.
It's been a
That
day
was
and a
yesterday.
half.
That was yesterday afternoon, wasn't it?
No, it was 2 days ago.
Oh, sorry. I'll have it ready for you in a couple hours.
We're about to go fight a tremendous octopus. A ranged weapon would be quite useful, and there could be a tremendous reward. If we get the reward, we might buy more items from you. Is there anything that you can do to help us?
I can say a prayer for you.
Yeah, we may need that too. Thank you.
Oh, we've got 2 clerics in our party already, although I thank you. We'll
Well,
certainly take that.
I mean, I'm sorry. You know, the cow started feeling sick yesterday, and I kind of forgot, and
We got a little in the back of its throat,
You don't have a bow that is ready for another customer
No.
that we could use in the interim.
another customer. You're the first customer I've had in 3 months.
And do you have a personal bow that we
I'm
might be able to
still-
use?
No,
It's a shame.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You got what else did he have? What else do you sell again? Bows, arrows. Is that it? Short
That was
bows.
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Bob, your girlfriend's here.
Hey, how you doing? All right. Well,
I guess we head over to the docks.
should we write you a note? Do you want to write a note to remind yourself?
No.
To have it ready in a couple of hours?
No, I'll go tell Mom and remind me.
Mom?
Mom.
Yeah, Mom. Hey, Mom.
I want some meatloaf.
Good ain't a hot one.
All right. Well, thank you. Have a nice day.
I knew you messed it up. You messed everything up.
Mom, not now. I've got customers. God. All right, off to the docks we go.
Yes.
Unless, is there anything else, Adam, Mike, that we're forgetting?
No, not before.
All right, off to the docks we go.
I mean, basically for weapons, I have 3 daggers. Now that I don't have a bow. So,
You got throwing daggers though.
yes.
Yes, and I have 10 darts.
It's going to be a lot of chopping at tentacles.
Okay, so Bassmar sees you walking up. He waves over to you. Come on, we're waiting for you.
All right, before we get on the boat, we learn out what we're getting paid for this.
You could go talk to Beshkar. He's making all the arrangements.
Where is Beshkar?
He's down at the water getting the boat ready.
Okay.
All right, so we go. Is it a big boat? Am I gonna need a bigger boat?
So hi. He says, "Hi, I'm Beshkar."
What is he? Is he human?
Yeah, he's a human.
Okay. Tall, short. Does he have a sinister look about him, or?
No, he looks like a fairly friendly person.
Okay.
So you're the guys that
All the evil ones too. I mean, check out our dwarf. He looks friendly.
you're the guys that Bassmar said is going to help us get rid of the octopus.
Well, we met Basmar only yesterday, so he's just a fellow patron at the inn. Can you tell us a little more about the job?
Hey, you know I'm standing right here, right?
Oh yeah, we know you're standing right there, buddy.
Just curious, how big is the octopus and how much is the pay?
Yes.
I've managed to collect about 100 gold pieces from the other fishermen.
100 gold?
That's our
Oh, we
reward.
had to get 10 up.
That is an amazing
You have
amount
to
of
get
money.
10 up.
Yes.
Well, we got 15 from tomorrow.
And there's 6 of you guys, so we'll split it 7 ways.
No.
Oh,
What are you
who's
talking
Is
about?
this Basmar talking? or
No, this is Beshkar
This
talking.
is Beshkar.
This is my expedition, my boat. I ought to take half of the take, but I'm being nice and giving most of it to you guys.
But he wants
Besides,
to-
you guys can't do it without me.
But we're the ones who are gonna die.
And you can't fish without us.
I'm not a fisherman.
Oh, what do you do for a living?
I run the boat. I run the boat docks down here. Actually, that's my second job.
Oh, what's your first job?
Let's say I study a lot. I've got some special abilities that will come in handy in fighting these
Well,
fighting these octopus. It's just too much for me to do on my own.
I understand. We like to be prepared so that we have the best chance of the success. What sort of abilities are you talking about?
Well, I've got a little magic missile ability that will come in pretty handy.
That will come in tremendously handy.
Hmm
So you practice the craft.
I practice the craft.
Is there anything else that you can do?
If you're feeling tired, if you're having trouble sleeping, I can help out with that.
Do you think that might work on an octopus?
No,
Anything else?
that's about it.
Okay.
That I'm gonna get into now.
All right.
But
Fair
between your little weapons there and my magic missile, I think we can do the job and bring home some money for us.
You don't have any harpoons that can be thrown against this creature. Our challenge is we don't have many weapons that can be thrown or slung from afar.
Well, can any of you use a bow?
Yes, several of us can.
All right. Well, I got a bow and a quiver hanging in the shed there. Why don't you grab that?
That's a great help. Thank you.
Okay.
We should give it to one of the elves who are best with bows.
So there's a long bow with a quiver of 12 arrows in there.
Oh, jackpot.
Adam, do you have any weapons?
I have a longsword. I think I'd be much better off with a bow.
Yeah, why don't you take the bow for now?
Whichever of the you're both elves, right?
Yes.
So whichever the two of you has the highest, I think your Thaco is the same, even though it's thief and fighter right now. So I think whoever has the best dex is the most accurate currently, and you'll both get an inherent +1 because you're both.
I have a 17 dex.
So do I.
Ah, all right, but you've got throwing daggers right now.
I have throwing daggers where Adam doesn't have anything, so let him take the bow.
Okay, agreed.
All right. How long is the boat trip?
Wait, hold on. One other thing, guys.
See, you'll have your map handy anywhere. Huh?
What's
Yeah.
that? What's that,
Does
Elf?
my dex count on top of my leather armor?
Yes, yes, it does.
Oh, nice.
So you go base 8, and then whatever the bonus is from your leather reduces that even further.
You know the sheet I found in the swap right here?
Oh, nice. My AC is a 5 then.
You are doing not bad.
You're rocking it. Is it more than a
Maybe
15-minute
we might do both.
Yeah, it's about 4 miles out on the lake.
Okay.
Actually, Adam, mine's about the same as yours because I have a 17 dex and I have leather armor too. So.
Yeah,
Okay.
I bought the armor too, so we're even there.
You have 5s unless somebody is trying to hit you with something piercing. Then it's +2, so it goes to 7.
Hey, Josh, can you reach over to your left and just gag him?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm telling
You know
you.
what? Have you ever seen NCIS? You know, give him a Gibbs, right in the back of the head.
All right. I am going to take the opportunity, Joel, on route
More maps.
to consult my spell book and learn magic missile. Based on this, as a rule of thumb, allow 15 minutes of game time for memorization of one spell level. So I'm going to forget my unseat survey and learn magic missile, memorize magic missile on the way out.
While you're in the boat.
Yeah. You okay with that?
Okay.
15 minutes.
As long as nobody bothers you.
Shut up, all of you.
Which of these 2 maps did you want us to open?
The first one.
The Garrotten area?
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, if you have in your email the map from Joel, or the email from Joel that reads more maps, and it's the Garrotten area PDF.
Are we doing Beskar at 7?
So you guys are pretty smart. You
Best
could
car
probably
number
figure out
7.
where you are and where you're going.
Oh,
10%?
He's providing
Oh,
shit.
only 10%. That's easy math, though.
But we could try for 10. But he is fighting as well. So I kind of agree with him.
Beskar, will you do
Yep.
10% versus the 1/7?
Forget it.
All right,
You,
a 7.
you know what? You guys want to take the boat out yourself?
All right, a 7, but we get to keep the boat at the end.
No way.
Equal share is fair.
No way. Equal share. What? Who do you think you are? Hey, Bassmar, where'd you find these people?
Oh, equal share, you said they would divide
He's
it.
you're insulting me.
I'm trying to haggle the price with you.
Forget it. I'm giving you this great opportunity to make some money. If you don't want it, then I'll wait. I'll wait for the next group to come into town.
No,
They'll jump at it.
No, we'll take it.
It's just that he's never been in a battle before, so
God.
he's got some nerves. You understand how it
You
is.
don't stay next to me because you might repeat
Yeah,
my
you're arguing over a couple gold pieces.
A couple gold pieces, that's like a king's fortune in this town. Do you know how many darts I can buy with a couple of gold pieces? I could be in a bathtub full of... Well, oh yeah, I could buy
Okay.
6. You're right.
All right, are you guys ready? Come on, Bassmar, come on.
We are ready.
Vasmar, come with us?
Yeah, he's worthless, but he'll come along with us. Somebody's got to row us back, and
Oh.
after we kill these octopus and celebrate.
He's such a great because he's a captain.
And,
So we don't have
he's
any-
getting paid to do this by me.
You're sworn to that.
Wait, did you just... Basmar's getting paid in addition to the 1/10 that we cut him in for?
I gotta pay him for the use of the boats.
That's well done, Basmar. Well done, sir.
It's okay, Wolfhong's going to take
I owe a
over.
little money at the end. So, what do you mean? How do you know Wilfong's gonna? I can beat.
The rumor is Wolfhong cleans you out every night.
Oh,
We lost to him too. Remember we played by your side 2 nights ago.
you guys are giving me a hard time now, huh?
No, we're just trying to be friendly and give you
This
easy
is
a little bit.
this is banter before the big battle. After
Yeah.
Do you think he cheats me?
You know, I don't. We just got here.
Well, I feel that if a person of exceptional card playing ability is so good playing against somebody who's not as good, it's almost the equivalent of cheating.
I'm just having a bad string of luck.
That
Okay.
does happen with cards sometimes. All right, I gotta stop talking. I'm memorizing my spell.
Yeah, get to memorize them. You don't have any spears or harpoons on the ship, is that correct?
Correct.
All right. And what do you know about octopi? Do they have any weaknesses? Do you go for the eyes?
They try to grab you with their tentacles. And,
Okay.
um,
Fire? Do they not like fire?
Have you in front of the,
Do you have any
ship
torches
above,
that we can light?
well, I think it's just a matter of you gotta puncture their their body and don't let them grab you with the tentacles.
Okay. You don't have any oil or candles or flint and steel, do you?
We all have.
Fire, any
In
chance?
theory, we all have basic packs, which include that.
Oh,
Fire on
At least
water.
flint. I don't know about oil.
I don't know about oil.
Oil
I
is
thought green
gold.
fire burned underwater.
Do you have whale
Quick
oil?
fire's not just oil though.
Other flammable oil? That might be another weapon we could use against the creature.
I have nothing of the sort.
Okay.
I'm quite sure that between my magic missile and if that guy can even shoot a straight line with a bow and arrow, we might be able to get close enough to give it a few chops, and then
Okay.
Is it just one octopus?
I think there might be a few small ones. There's one big one,
Okay.
and we're interested in getting the big one. Maybe the smaller ones will hopefully just run away, or swim away.
When you come back from a fishing trip and it's nighttime, how do you create light so that other ships don't crash into you?
You don't sail at night.
You don't sail it. You never go fishing at night?
Go to that one.
No,
What about the night marlins?
Yeah,
not on Lake Farman.
not on Lake Farman.
I mean, if there's moonlight, you can maybe you get by if you have to. But
Okay. Just
Yeah.
curious.
what about you, Captain Bassmar? You pulled a couple boners in your time. You've probably gone out at night, haven't you?
He's
Well,
pulled a couple boners in his time.
Fast Mark on Hems and Haws that one?
I don't know. He blushes.
They got the ESP.
Does he have a crow's nest on this ship? Is it big enough for a crow's nest?
No, it's
Giant rowboat.
well, I mean, a fishing boat. So it's
Does
probably about 25 feet long and
Does it have a
has
mast?
has a small cabin. Yeah, it has a mast.
And the mast can be climbed, I assume, for setting the sails and changing the rigging and stuff.
You know,
So we
Yeah.
should set somebody on the top with good eyes, maybe
a
one
bow?
of the elves. That way they've got visibility. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking Ephraim, who's got the bow. That's where we position him. He's out of the reach of the tentacles. He's farthest away, and he has the best view of finding anything.
He moves
And I,
the most out of
they're pretty
everybody.
easy. That's not too bad of a climb.
What was that?
He moves the most out of everybody in the waves. I guess it's a lake. There are really waves in the lake.
It depends on how much wind, I guess. The Great Lakes have waves because of the wind. All right, so Ephraim, if you don't mind the heights, maybe you take point.
Yep. Yeah, no problem. I'll climb up there.
And then should we place ourselves on the boat? 2 in the front, 2 in the back, 2 in the middle, or 1 in the middle?
I think we'll know generally where it is when we get there.
Okay.
Do we have any options bait?
I think you made it. I heard some dice rolling, but nothing.
so you hop in the boat. The breeze is moderate, so you're moving. You're not moving terribly fast. Unfortunately, the breeze is blowing toward the south, so
So I got more time than right.
so it's going to be a little tricky to maneuver.
Yeah, you got more time to memorize. Oh, Chris memorized commands, detect magic,
He only gets one.
and detect evil. No,
Oh, he's a cleric, that's
he's a
right.
cleric, but that doesn't help here. If he had memorized bless, that would have been nice.
We could try praying en route.
How long does it take to pray? Is it 15 minutes as well?
Whatever.
So
I was just going to say that if Kevlorn, if it only takes Kevlorn 15 minutes to pray to his god for refreshment of a level 1 spell, perhaps his god might grant him the power to bless instead of detect magic.
Does not give a time frame on here.
Okay.
It just says, first, second, third, and even fourth level spells are granted to the cleric through meditation and devout prayer.
Mhm.
Where fifth, sixth, and seventh spells can only be given to the cleric directly from the deity. So. Are you ready?
Do we guys have the 2-hit Thacos for our classes? That would be a useful thing to have. Oh wait, that cheat sheet I sent hasn't.
Have D&D around
okay, I need everybody to tell me what weight they're carrying. I'm just kidding.
here. Joel?
So
That would be a surprise you coming from you.
does Kevlorn have the time to pray to his god for the blessing?
Well, you've got about 4 to 5 miles on a boat where there's not a whole lot of wind. I would say you've got plenty of time.
Okay. Then with your permission, he will hope that his god grants
Okay.
his request.
Okay, fighters, rangers.
That's you and me, Adam, and the dwarf.
You need a 10 to hit AC 10.
All right.
Thief. You need an 11 to hit AC 10.
Oh, there is a different THACO, so it's good we give the bow to
Yes.
Adam.
Clerics, 10 to hit AC 10.
Clerics have fighter THACO. Cool. All right.
But it improves differently for all of them. That's first level. They all progress differently.
Yep.
What was that, Adam?
If I'm trying to remember how the math works on this, and I THACO would be a 20.
Oh, so
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It was a 10 to hit AC 10. They just cut off.
yeah.
As the AC goes lower, you got up. Because that's intuitive.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't always 10.
So if there's somebody wearing,
Once you stack one to make it easier.
yeah, that's why they changed it. But it's interesting to think full plate mail armor gives you an armor class exactly of 0. So right now,
No, it
if you
Plate armor gives you 2.
full plate gives you 0.
That's not a. That's not a. That's a.
Maybe with a skill up? I'm trying to remember off the top of my head.
Anyways, let's say you're trying to hit armor class of 0. That means that right now, what, 5% chance for you to hit with your THACO of 10? But you get bonuses. With your bow, you get a +1 bonus for being an elf, and then +2 for your 17 dex.
Yeah, plate plus shield is 2.
Plate plus shield is 2. It's full plate though.
Full plate came out another source.
Another,
book.
oh, okay.
So it's cost of fortune.
So you'd have to roll 17 or greater to hit AC of 0 with your bow.
All right. So everybody has their hit rolls moderately known.
Yep.
Chris has changed his spell. 1 of 2 of.
He changed out Detect Magic to Bless.
Okay. Was he gonna cure light wounds too?
If he's got enough time, he'll change Detect Evil to Cure Light Wounds, I guess.
Is it to him?
Can you change 2 spells or just 1 spell, do you think, in the time allotted?
And you can change 2 spells.
Cure Light Wounds?
All right. So I have magic missile for my magic user spell. I have cure light wounds, detect evil, and command for my cleric. I'm not gonna push my luck.
Okay. And we all keep an eye out, searching the waves for these treacherous creatures. Is there any sort of bait that we can throw into the water that might attract them?
You.
The best car says you won't need bait.
And while we're searching for these things, had you heard the news about the Baron being murdered?
No, I don't really care about the Baron though. He probably did something stupid.
Well,
He's never done anything for me. He doesn't really do anything for the good fishing people down here.
Turned his back on somebody at the wrong time.
guess so. Yeah. They say he was found in his bed. Dead.
They did, huh?
Yeah.
That's tragic.
Probably wasn't a comfortable bed then.
His wife probably did it.
I told you who did it. Nobody wants to believe me.
His wife did find the body, that's what they say.
What? Okay.
All
Is
for-
that? Are you guys from Restonford?
Well, we're from north, from parts north. We traveled through that to get here.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like there's more adventuring opportunities here, though, in Restonford, that's for sure.
All right, so you figure you made your way through the first 2 hexes. It took about half an hour or so.
Wow, this is gonna be a long road.
So what do they fish in this lake, anyways?
Wait, what's the name of the fish that you have?
Chombo. From Shakespeare.
Yeah, that's worth a few extra experience points.
Thank you. That is still one of the greatest stories ever.
Oh,
Someday you're gonna meet Naomi, and then we're gonna get to hear the story again.
I look forward to it. Can you folks think of any other conversation topics that might be useful since we're trapped on a boat with this guy? And the captain. Any investigative type questions?
We could ask their opinion of Arneson and other people.
Yeah.
Arneson and Abraham, and what we're doing about town. We're trying to get to know the lay of the land. And does the mayor do a good job?
Yeah, I guess so.
Good nondescript answer.
Yeah, maybe you
I heard Abraham got arrested. What's up with that? Any ideas?
I have no idea.
The Beckmore or Basmar? Was that?
You're talking the Beshkar,
Okay.
right?
So we asked Basmar the same thing about Abraham. So what happened with Abraham? Were you there when it happened? Did you see that?
Yeah.
You were there?
Yep.
So what happened?
What did he do?
I don't know. The guard just came in and started yelling at him, dragged him away.
Oh. Did he resist? put him
No,
apart?
no, because he had 6 spears pointing at his throat.
Oh my god.
He just put his hands up.
Resistance is futile.
Which guards? Were they the half-orc guards or were they the human guards?
Well, some of them were the half-orcs, some of them were the humans.
I always thought the half-orc ones were much more intimidating. If I were going to send people to arrest someone, I'd send the half-orcs.
Any guard with a spear in his hand and the power of the castle behind them is intimidating enough. I don't get in trouble with them. I stay out of trouble.
What do you think? I mean, you live at the inn,
You know?
I think.
Yeah.
So, what do you think he did? Did you ever see him doing anything suspicious?
No, but he probably got on Arnes's bad side somehow, and somebody probably told a lie or two about him, and he got hauled away.
What does Arnes have against him, anyways?
They were all this and went bad. Ooh, there's sauce for the goose.
That's not bad.
Well, she's probably just jealous because Abraham does a pretty good business there, and he's well liked, and not as many people like her.
Oh.
Oh.
Why don't people like the mayor?
You know?
Jealousy.
She seems to do a good job of keeping the orcs in the forest and not in town.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess so, but she's kind of a real goody-goody kind of person, and where Abraham's a good guy, and he's fun to be with, but she always seems to try to butter people up and make it look like she's everybody's best friend. I think she does a good job and protects the town well. I have no complaints.
So per Basmar, Arnes isn't that well liked. At least for Abraham.
And she's a goody-goody. What did you mean by goody-goody? Like, does she follow all the laws, or is it just more that she tries to always cast herself in a good light?
Well, I mean, she never causes any trouble. She
Did they have an extra charge against him?
I don't know. They don't need one. So it takes about another half hour to go another 2 hexes. So you're pretty much in the middle of the lake now. It's about high noon.
Maybe we should do some fishing. I don't know about you folks, but I'm starting to get a little hungry. Got any fishing rods?
No, we weren't coming out here to fish.
Hmm.
I am getting a little hungry though. So
You don't happen to have-
Beskar takes out her rations and
Basmar's
Basmar.
girl?
Yeah, did I mention that? Sorry.
No. Okay, so I'm guessing 5'6", 145 pounds.
Well, I didn't really have a description of her.
Everybody else sort of did.
Basmar takes out his rations. They start eating. Aren't you guys gonna eat?
I take out my rations and eat.
We just had breakfast at 9:30.
Okay.
Yes, I've had one breakfast.
I had the impression we
Save
carried
it.
nothing with us. Did we have rations with us even?
Not wait a couple days.
Oh, you did say we had a couple of days. All right.
You can leave things in your room. You don't have to carry everything with you.
That worked out. So
When I take out my bedroll.
Yeah, after last night, after somebody tried to break into our room and trapdoors in the floor, we'll take this.
So the breeze keeps up, and figure Beskar says, okay, we're probably going to be there in about 15 minutes or so. Get your weapons ready.
How long does it take to cast Bless? Is this the spell?
Yes.
Okay.
Turn the pages if you're like. Yeah, that way. There you go.
Cleric spells,
Might be right there.
Bless. Casting time, 1 round, which is
6 seconds.
6 seconds. So he's got plenty of time to cast. It's just basically he sacrifices a turn. So he'll
It
wait.
is his turn.
And the duration is 6 melee rounds. Okay. All right, so he'll sit on that.
This is should be the magic missile.
All right, so it's about I think it's about 2 in the afternoon now, and Beskar yells, "There it is!" And you look in front of you, and about 100 yards away, you see a giant octopus swimming around it.
Is it
On this-
green and evil looking with a baleful eye that looks like the demon possessed?
It looks just like a big wet lump 100 yards away that you can't really identify, other than the fact that Beskar says it's a giant octopus.
I'm kind of disappointed, guys. I was expecting something more terrifying. 100 yards away, so that's
Yeah.
300 feet. What's the range on the longbow? Does that put it at long range on the longbow, medium, or? I
Let's
can't
try to
remember.
reason with it.
You figure it's just kind of like a U-shaped line with a couple squiggly lines under it.
All right, today's we're closing in because we don't have any other than 100 yards.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to close in further. I don't think that bow will reach, or maybe it does. I don't remember what the range on a bow is.
Beskar suggests that we close the sail, let the boat continue to drift up toward it, be very quiet, and when it's within range, I'll shoot out my magic missiles, and then you guys can shoot whatever ranged weapons you have, and while it's stunned, either we'll drift over to it or it'll drift over toward us, and we can finish it with a couple chops.
Should we?
We're gonna bring part of this home to eat.
Well, if we can
Count
fit
water,
some,
baby.
if we can fit some of it on the boat, it's valuable. We'll sell it for a pretty good price.
We drag it behind.
Or
us.
shall I say, I'll sell it for a pretty good price, since it's my boat.
Should we tie
It's gonna
some
be tough
rope?
for you to get in there.
Should we tie some rope to ourselves in case we get pulled overboard?
Why don't you do that?
Just tie ourselves together. Just tie ourselves together.
Yeah, 'cause together it's so much better.
I do not tie myself to Bob at all.
I tie myself to everybody but Bob.
Well, if there is a rope on the boat, he'll tie it to the mast, and then he'll tie it around his waist. Elric will tie it around his waist. I don't like water.
We just tell short round.
Short round. But long enough so that he can reach any point of the boat.
Stop playing with that kid.
Hold on tight. on the
Yeah.
Seems like
The
there's
ladder.
enough time for that.
All right, Joel.
No time for our love, Doctor.
All right, so after about another 5 or 10 agonizing minutes, I figure we get to around 15 feet. Beskar says, "Okay, it's time," and he stands up. He casts his magic missile.
What does it look like? Describe what magic missile looks like. It's been so long.
There's a little flash of lights coming from around his fists,
Ooh.
and how many? Let's see how many we have here.
Every odd level you get another missile.
Yeah, I mean,
So 2 at third, 3 at sixth.
And the damage is always what, 1d4?
1d4 plus 1.
Plus 1.
okay,
Unerringly hit stuff.
so
Yeah, that's beautiful.
two missiles pop out, one from each hand,
3. Or 4. Always level 3 because it's cheaper.
and both plug into the octopus, and he gives a little squeal.
The captain or the
The octopus.
Mikey, go
Beskar
away.
says, "Okay, who's next?"
I'm already in the process of shooting my arrow.
Wait. Let the priest cast a spell of blessing to increase your aim.
I'm holding my
You're aiming.
So-
my shot.
So Kevlarn casts his bless, and now everyone is enjoying a +1 to hit. I don't know if it's +1 damage.
You sure it's everyone?
I'll throw my hammer out.
It's everybody who is within 5 by 5, so 50 by 50 feet, who's an ally. It gets a morale +1 and 2 hit rolls +1.
Okay, 2 hits plus 1.
So who's doing what?
Adam's plucking his arrows.
I'm shooting. This is a D20, right?
Legs.
It's a
I
D20.
know, it's so long.
What is the AC, Joel?
But he doesn't have to tell us if he doesn't want.
Any bonuses now?
He does get bonuses. As an elf, he gets +1, and with his dexterity, he gets an additional +2.
Okay.
And does a longbow confer bonuses? Like composite longbows add something.
I don't think a regular longbow does. I think he gets his.
What's the
Does
strength?
it? It's. I don't know. I thought there was
My
another.
strength 16. I don't know
No,
if that
no, a
plays into it.
composite longbow uses your strength bonus, but a regular longbow just uses your dex bonus.
Wow. Thought it was somewhere.
But I've been playing Baldur's Gate since Andrea went to the hospital, and that's all AD&D.
And you're still not done.
And I'm still not done. That's because
Well, I rolled a natural 14. I think with the racial bonus, my dex bonus, and the bless.
You should be able to hit at least with an 18. Yeah.
Okay, that's a hit. Roll for damage.
What's the damage on a longbow?
I think a longbow is
One
1d10. I think a longbow has.
Is this a large or a medium creature roll?
So it's a giant octopus, which is
And actually, it's an arrow at the bow. 1d6 or 1d6?
which is a large creature.
Oh, you're right. An arrow is a 1d6. I see it here.
1d6 or
Okay.
1d6, Adam?
I rolled a natural 5. I don't know if I have any bonuses on that or not.
No bonuses to damage from the longbow. If it was a composite longbow, you'd have a bonus, your strength bonus. But
And I'm now down to 11 arrows.
But you hit it.
oh, and the rate of good news. The rate of fire on a longbow is 2 attacks, so you get 2 shots.
Oh, so roll another attack. Okay. I can do
And
that.
I have the stats now. The longbow also has an inherent +1 to hit, or a short bow. So your bonus is actually a total of +4. 2 for your dex, 1 for being an elf, and 1 for being a longbow.
Plus another 1 for the bless.
Oh
That's
yeah.
good. I rolled a natural 4 this time, so that brings me up to a 9.
Oh, you're a niner?
I hear a 9er in there.
So the second attack from the longbow is a 9. I don't know if that's going to hit.
That's his ACU.
And there's bonuses.
No, that was with the bonuses.
That's what the bonus is.
All right, you hit.
Wow.
Okay.
It's very
I
lucky.
wish
We're
I
on
could
top
lie,
of
but
it,
this
yeah.
damage on that was a 1. Yeah, I like leading you.
So what's,
Don't mock the DM, dude.
And
What-
you're down to 10 arrows now.
what's the damage there?
Just 1 point on that second
Just
hit.
1, and yeah, I'm down to 10 arrows.
So
Okay.
the first hit was 5 and the second hit was 1.
Okay.
Well done.
Mikey, say, I could do that with one dot, with one arrow.
Do we need to, is this a surprise round or are we rolling for initiative?
Any more range attacks?
How damage
Is
is
it
it?
what? The hacks? They have. No, I'm just kidding.
I have a magic missile shot.
Mike, you don't want to jump on it with your daggers in your hands?
Yeah, I was gonna try to jump on the octopus with my daggers.
Why wouldn't you have anything else to deal with later?
Oh, you've got darts. Use your darts.
My 10 darts, I'd rather use my magic missile. I will use my magic missile, Joel.
Okay.
Okay.
Mine are purple,
Oh, nice.
though. I'm Mace Windu. Justin Bieber.
He's rolling for damage on his magic missile.
Oh, I rolled a 3, but it fell on the floor. It doesn't count. So instead I roll a 4. Plus 1 is 5 damage.
Oh, that's good.
Good.
Okay.
That's 5
It's
plus
bloodied pretty well.
11. Oh, we've done a pretty good run.
Yeah, this is a tear us apart now.
Eldraine, do you want to throw a dagger at it?
I can certainly attempt to throw a dagger at it.
Rate of fire on a throwing dagger is listed as 2 here.
2.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
$17.
Are we sure we got the range?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question.
Range is. It's a large creature, right?
Right?
3.
30.
That's 15 feet, isn't it?
I think that's 30 feet, isn't it?
That'd be better.
1 inch equals 10 feet.
1 inch equals 10 feet.
Only fishing in a bed.
1 inch equals 15 feet. What?
No, 1 inch equals 10 feet? That's right. We should have that in the player's handbook. Let's just confirm. Under range, maybe?
I think it's very, I don't know. There's no appendix in it.
This looks like 4.5, which I presume 4.5 feet. Ranged against a large creature is 4.5 feet.
Huh?
You're talking about a dart, right?
No, I was
Dagger.
throwing dagger.
3 feet.
Isn't that 3 inches?
Inches.
Oh, here it is. It's on page 39 of the player handbook under distance. For purposes of what is shown, if you see a 1 inch or 1 one quote
So you go a double quote.
equals indoors equals 10 yards, or sorry, outdoors equals 10 yards, indoors equals 10 feet. So we were right on the 10 feet if it's indoors, but outdoors, a 1 is equal to basically 30 feet, 10 yards.
All right, so it's
So it's 90 feet.
yeah, he's within 30 feet. So yeah.
So
All right, that's a hit.
3 points of damage.
Okay.
And my dagger sticks in the octopi.
Uh-huh.
you've got 2 throwing daggers. You could throw a second flown dagger. You've got a rate of fire of 2.
I'd almost hold it and we'll lose him.
If I throw the next one, then I have no more daggers.
All right, up to you. You can hold it, sure. Anybody else have ranged? I think we're all out of ranged. Unless Captain Bosmer's got a ranged weapon.
Oh, he has a dagger in his hand.
Okay.
I'm ready for it. Okay, so as it turns out, good fortune for you, the octopus spins around a couple times and actually starts swimming toward you.
We pissed it off.
It's coming our way, men! Get ready!
So roll for initiative.
Go, Bob.
So now the deal for initiative, look at your dexterity first, because you may get a bonus depending on how quick you are.
That's your reaction adjustment.
It's your reaction adjustment.
You know.
Does anybody have a dexterity of 16 or greater? That's when the reaction adjustment comes into play.
Yeah.
Mike and I both have 17.
Then,
Yeah,
you,
hold on. I have 17.
then your dexterity reaction adjustment is 2. It's a factor of 2.
Yep.
And I think the way dexterity works is, or initiative works is it the lower the number you roll, whoever has the lowest gets to go first.
That doesn't make sense.
I know, but it's usually a stack of.
It's AD&D. They didn't do things the way they make
Everything except AC goes up. So you would want a higher initiative roll. Otherwise, it would be a -2 adjustment for his reaction.
I think it is a -2 for his reaction. It cuts
I
it.
don't have the book. I don't have the book.
Yeah,
It's on 37.
I have it here too.
Ability source right in front.
But the description of initiative, page 11. Dexterity, reaction, attacking, adjustment. 17 gets a +2. It is listed as a positive number.
So you'd have to go for initiative, or it would be it'd be negative.
So where's initiative on? Is it under?
Most control D6. You say what you're gonna do, then it all resolves at once. That's how it's supposed to happen.
But there's weapon speed as well. It's gonna be fun.
I don't think he would be. I don't think he's
You guys remember where initiative shows up in the page number?
Yeah, page 104.
Ooh,
That's pretty deep in there.
it is in there. Well done, Bill. So, let's see.
So Mikey and Adam want to look this up.
Dexterity is seldom a factor.
Bob's father fell. Ralph Peterspoon's father fell last week and he passed away today.
Oh, I didn't. Honestly, I never even heard words of Ralph's father. I don't know, he died a long time ago.
No,
Does it suck?
he'd been living in Ralph has a raised ranch. He was living in the basement for years. They finished it off for him.
I always heard about how his mother cooked. I never heard a word about his father though.
Oh, it's Poppy. Poppy been living with him for years. He fell like a week or so ago, broke his shoulder and his hip, and passed away last night, I think.
That's too bad. I miss Ralph. I like him.
Yeah. We're gonna try to do lunch with him in a week or so, so I'll let you know if you can break away to get down here.
Okay, yeah.
So it is saying initiative checks are typically made with 2 6-sided dice, 1 d6 for the party and another for the creatures, and then one person rolls, and then you go around. But weapons have factors. According to the rules that I saw, in AD&D, you each roll a 1d10 to see who goes first. Each character in monster rolls a 1d10. And then if you are wielding a weapon, you add its speed factor to your roll.
Okay. What you're reading in your hand.
So how much of that do we want
is
to ignore?
AD&D.
Yeah.
What you're reading there is pre-AD&D.
Okay. Well, we go by the rules of AD&D.
I think that's the original how it was written, and then it was rewritten to that to make it much more simple.
Okay. It's not that hard to do this one though. We all just do 1d10s, and then we add.
It just becomes easier to keep track of as a group.
Okay. All right. Okay.
You guys saw that the War of the Dead guy sold the web TV rights for War of the Dead to somebody?
Okay.
So they could, I sent the email out there earlier. So they could consider it would be a web TV show for War of the Dead.
Well, I don't know if you watch the Sci-Fi Channel, but they've had War Z, DayZ, something like
I
that.
think I watched one of those and had to turn it off.
I haven't watched any, but I have 6 of them sitting on the TiVo. But the idea is they have one person who got bit who is immune, and they're trying to get to Washington with the one person who's immune. Sound very familiar? Yeah.
All right.
How are we doing?
I guess we're going to go the simple way. A D6 on the player side, a D6 on the DM side. But there were rules that said you add your... I mean, why does the ability score say reaction adjustment?
I think there's a lot of leftover in there from that.
I can tell you my memory of it. I have it documented right here.
I just want to play.
All right. Roll a D6, Josh. Let's see what our nate is.
I'm going to roll a 2.
Okay. Joel, I guess you got to roll for the...
I'm good. And the
Octopus.
octopus wins. So the octopus is going to reach up with 6 tentacles.
Whoa.
See? Player individual initiatives would be the way to go in a fight like this.
No, one first.
The first one is going after Eldane. That's Mike.
Mm-hmm.
No,
And Mike's AC is
5.
5.
and the creature rolls a 5.
that's not going to work. for
So
that.
he misses.
Ooh, well done.
Eldane ducked swiftly behind the rail of the boat.
The second tentacle goes after Darter.
Go Dart. Oh, Darter's awake. Still. Adam Jeff is still awake. I eliminated his beer intake.
So I need a armor
Oh my
class.
goodness.
Does Darter have any armor?
Do you have leather right now?
It's not on the sheet.
No, but he's got good strength,
What's
Dex?
his dex?
What's his dex?
and his dex is 15, so he's -1.
So you have a 9 AC. Because you have no armor.
You have a 9 AC.
Right,
Almost
so
bought a shield.
You didn't buy one.
so he needs a 3 to hit you.
Oh my gosh.
2.
Are you kidding me? Holy moly.
Oh man.
You
I want to hear you describe that one.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
The boat list to the
The
side.
whole list, Lucerne goes and wipes some stuff off his, or some Darter wipes some stuff off his shoe. As the tentacle. Hey,
Okay, the third one's going after Captain Bassmore,
Ooh. You get 10% more money if Captain
and I roll another 2, so he misses.
Ah,
I think we're gonna switch.
Nice.
The fourth tentacle goes after Darter,
oh wow, didn't like the dwarf.
and that is a hit with an 18.
Oh boy.
So we have our first damage
Oh boy.
of the adventure, and it's 3 big hit points.
They need 50% of my hit points.
well, I'll see you
Does
guys.
it say that 10% of your hit points, Jeff?
How many hit points do you have left?
10.
You have 10 left. Oh, you're pretty sturdy. You're doing alright.
That cure light
High
wounds.
constitution.
Ready? The next one's going after Beskar.
Is it number 5?
Number
Yeah.
5.
Number 5 out of 6. His AC of 10 isn't going to help him a whole lot. So naturally he is hit. Okay. Beskar takes a real shot. He's pretty messed up right now.
Oh boy.
Oh,
And
this is gonna suck. Look at this fairly easy.
and Eldane gets the last shot at him. And hits Eldane.
Uh-oh.
Who's Eldane?
That's Mike.
And
That's me.
two damage to Mike.
He laughs.
How many do you have left, Mike?
4.
I have 4.
We have 2 Cure Light Wound spells.
Oh!
Do we
Yeah,
or look up
kind of laughing and crying at the same time.
1d8? Is that all it is? You
Okay,
gotta
no-
touch him though too, don't you?
All right, so now the party goes.
Alright, guys with big axes, go. Big axes and big swords, go.
I'm attacking.
Go, do it to it.
I take my mighty Lucerne hammer.
Oh, are you targeting the tentacles, or are you close enough to reach over the side?
I think I
and
got
the
to target
mantle?
it.
Go for the beak.
1 tentacle takes away 1 attack.
I'm trying to drive it deep.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, he failed. A 2.
The 2. Do you get a bonus for attacking a large creature?
Not that big a bonus.
What is the bonus for attacking a large creature? Is there one?
A 2 is a miss.
Okay. I guess Elric will drive his longsword into the closest tentacle that he can find.
Okay.
He has a strength of 15, which confers no bonus. If it was 1 higher, it would be good. His THAC0 is 10. So let's see what he does. He rolled a 7.
He didn't fall
And that's a
overboard.
hit.
Really?
Really.
Wow. Okay. He's got a longsword. And according to this, I should have this memorized. The longsword is a 1d12 against a large and a 1d8 against a small or medium. Does this creature count as a large creature?
Yes.
All right, that's exciting.
D12. You never get to roll that.
You never get to roll a d12. He rolls a 7.
Yeah.
And his
That's
strength
since the days of Ekrath.
he has no bonuses to strength because he's 1 shy of
You're
that.
still above average.
So it's a 7. It's still above average, that's true.
Okay. Where is my pen?
You're what?
My pen or pencil.
Is this the version of D&D where the person who kills the thing gets all the experience and everybody else gets nothing? Remember those rules? Was that part of
That was
D&D?
DM dickishness.
I think that was a rule once, though. In all the
I think it
players-
was.
All right. Who's next?
Well, the dwarf went, and the human ranger went, and we still have the elven ranger. We've got the thief. We've got our cleric and our magic user.
Adam, bring it home, buddy.
Alright, here we go. Rolling shot number 1.
And you've got
Is blood still
Basmar
in
and
effect?
Bestcat too.
That's true.
Let's see, so I
If
got,
Basmar decides to do
7,
anything.
8, 9, 10. I got a 10 unless the blessed is still in effect, in which case I got an 11.
Oh, the bless is in effect. I actually got an 8 as a result of that. So yeah, you do get the
Okay.
+1. And are you using a longsword? Oh, you're using a longbow.
I'm losing the longbow.
Oh,
Aiming
okay.
for the mantle, and I hit 5 damage.
Why aren't you using the sword? D10. D12.
It's 2 attacks with the longbow.
Yeah, but arrows aren't replaceable.
But they're not his arrows.
And I'm also up in a crow's nest.
Yeah, good point.
So you have to leap from the crow's nest, stick your dagger in the sail, write it down with the, and then use the sword.
And then we never get home because
And,
there's
and then the Captain Basmar yell at me for ripping her sail.
But dude, she's hot. Is she hot? She's hot.
Anyway, my second attack.
You want to be wrapped up in the sail with her.
Oh, I got a 19 natural with that, but 3
Okay.
damage.
I think I made this too dark myself.
3 damage. Okay.
Yeah, 3 damage.
Okay.
And I'm down to 8 arrows.
You're making
Okay.
effective use out of them, that's for sure.
I'm gonna whack it with my staff.
What about Kevhorn?
Do you want to do Eldane
do Cat
or the people who are still here? The players who are
Yeah,
here?
let me do my staff.
Okay.
6. No. 7 actually.
Oh,
With my
with
plus
the
the
bless.
bless.
So you got it. What's your THAC0?
20.
20.
And that is a miss.
Ice stick. Chris can go.
Okay, he's got a THAC0 of 10, and his strength is normal. He gets no bonuses. So, he gets
he has a
+1.
THAC0 of 20 also.
Yeah, sorry, his THAC0 of 20, no bonuses to strength, but +1 for bless. He rolled a 7 plus 1 is an 8
And that's a miss.
with a footman's lance. And that leaves us with
Our NPCs.
our NPCs. The captain and the...
The captain, the captain.
I was gonna say, don't I get a chance to attack it?
Oh, sorry, Eldane. And he hit you
Those swords
too.
gotta stick together, Mike.
Yeah, thanks, Adam. I can stab it with my dagger. I'm gonna go for its eyeball.
Do you have a longsword?
I have a dagger.
Oh.
This is Mikey. It's all about the dagger. You
Okay.
can later trade that in for a
Hold on.
rapier.
Is the octopus facing away from me?
He's thinking
Alright.
about sneak attack.
Like,
I
it's distracted from the guys in front of them.
No, I would say no. It knows where you are and it's facing you. So the effect that an octopus can face
Did
somebody.
he attack? Did it attack him?
It attacked him twice.
So it knows where he is.
And it hit him once.
Okay. I rolled a 9.
Okay, that's a hit.
You get a +1 on that to hit.
Right,
It's still a hit.
Yeah. Sorry.
Alright, dagger.
Mike, you sound terrible.
Yeah, sorry, I am. Woo! I critical damage. I rolled a 4.
Okay.
Wait. Do you get an extra bonus to hit large meat creatures with a dagger?
Dagger. Daggers are 1 to 3.
Oh, it's less. Sorry.
So it's a 3.
So it's a 3.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's hurt pretty bad, but he's still alive.
Octopus Icker spraying us.
So Beshkar is going to take a swing with his dagger,
Oh, I take cover behind the rail.
and I rolled a 1.
Does he lose his dagger over the rail?
No. And Basmar, with a scream and a yell, has his dagger and he plunges it toward Mike, toward Eldane.
Whoa.
Armor class, Eldane, 5.
5.
Captain Basmar.
Basmar, who got us this job?
And he misses.
Oh, it's
He's in league with the octopus.
I'm clearly
Oh,
a
sorry,
man.
he's in league with the octopus.
So let's roll for initiative again.
Go ahead, Bob.
So, Mike, are you going to cry out that you just,
Actually, let's let one of the guys
intended to be
in the
stabbed by the captain?
Yes, absolutely.
Adam or Mike, do one of you guys want to roll for party initiative?
Nah, you go for it.
Sure, I'll roll for it. D6, right?
Yes, sir. Add nothing.
Woo, 5.
Okay, you guys win the initiative.
Good
Now-
job.
Should we roll a second time?
Now we're going to roll a second time.
Mike, you roll again.
Roll again.
That's exciting.
4.
All right, so you've got initiative over everybody else.
Alright. I'm gonna.
As soon as that happens, I scream out that he tried to just stab me with a dagger.
I'm gonna still wail on the octopus
Okay.
with my big staff. 13. 14 with the bless.
And
To clear.
that's a hit.
Oh, well done.
And
Just had that
Bob,
page
bow
open.
staff.
Bow
1d6.
bow stick?
Yeah.
1d3 against a
No.
large. You sure it's not a staff?
I have a staff.
Okay, not a bow stick.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
1d6, 1d6, I
Quarter staff?
think. Yes.
1d6. Same. Same damage for large and small.
1.
Oh, that's
I wail onto its good bulbous meaty flesh and doesn't hurt a lot.
Okay. Who next?
I'll take a swing with my axe again. Or my hammer, sorry.
What does it sound like?
13.
That time you hit.
1. Plus my damage adjustment, 2.
Surrender.
2 overall,
2
or
damage.
+1. Okay. Okay. Who's next?
Kelvorn the cleric will step up, and rather than facing the mighty beast with his mace, he turns towards Captain Basmar the traitor, and he calls upon the power of his god, and he has the prayer of command, and he casts command against Captain Basmar. And I guess the way the command works on page 43 of the player's handbook, if Basmar has a 13 intelligence or greater, or if he has 6 hit die or 6 levels or greater, he gets a saving throw versus magic.
Okay. So he does meet those qualifications.
So he'll
So
have
he-
to roll a saving throw for magic for himself.
Okay.
Hopefully it will not work.
Oh.
And what do we have him do? Do we have him sleep, surrender?
Assist.
Have him fight the octopus.
You can only give one word. He can do, if you tell him suicide, that's a noun, so he won't do it. But you can give him one word. Like if you tell him to halt, flee, run, stop, fall, fly, go, leave, surrender, sleep. If you tell them to die, they will immediately fall to the ground in a cataleptic state for one round.
I vote.
But we want to interrogate after.
Yeah.
How about swim?
I think surrender is the right answer here.
I think we want him to be around later, don't we? So we can interrogate. How was the saving throw? Did he say it?
He shakes off your attempt.
Okay. So Calhorn is now done. Who's up next?
You?
19.
I guess.
I am.
Okay.
I'm assuming that your command drew his attention
I guess we'll find out when his turn comes up.
because I'm about to try to backstab him.
I'd find that unlikely since he just tried to backstab you.
Oh, good point. He did attack him.
Oh, okay, but so the command spell didn't draw his attention away from me,
Well, he did cast a saving throw. I mean,
and he had to cast the saving throw from it.
Yeah, I don't see how you could backstab him, even if he did have a spell cast against him that he had to make a saving throw against. I would say if he missed the saving throw, that would have drawn away his attention.
That seems reasonable.
Where is he in proximity to me on the boat?
Next to you?
Is he next to the
He did try to hurt you, so.
So he's next to the rail where I am, next
Yeah.
to the ox.
Try stretching.
Right.
So if I do.
Some P90X stretching.
How big a man is he?
He's a big guy. He's 6 feet tall, 170 pounds. Big for this area, anyways.
Yeah,
If I should be so lucky to be 6 feet tall and only 170 pounds.
it's impressive.
Okay.
From the grappling and pummeling rules.
Yeah. Someone want to look those up?
No.
Grappling? I will look.
Are you being silly, Mikey?
Well,
Yeah, no, I really don't want to try to tackle him.
does somebody else want to go in the meantime?
Yeah, Elric will go. He'll take another swing with his longsword against the octopus, which is an equal threat. The bless is still in effect. This is number 5. Next round it will be number 4. He rolled an 18. Plus 1 puts him at 19.
Hey, that's a hit.
Okay, and
Roll high now.
1d12.
Well, hi, big boy. Roll.
Do what I can. I rolled a. Oh my god. I rolled a 1.
No.
I sure see a lot of ones being rolled.
That doesn't count.
Stretching this battle out.
Any bonus?
No, bless only affects your
No
team.
strength. No guns.
He's got a 15 strength. He's not very strong. I mean, he's strong, but he's not like.
So who was that?
That was Elric.
Oh, okay. So you guys have rolled 3 consecutive ones for damage.
I had +1.
This is like the Linia battle, almost.
Yeah, serious. Well, we
Yeah,
had
did
a
you attack
couple
it?
of good hits.
Bunch of
though.
Linias.
Did you attack the strong hit?
So the only person waiting now is Eldane,
Elding.
and the magic user Captain Nash.
And Ephron.
Beskar.
I haven't gone yet.
Oh, you haven't gone yet. Okay.
Should I go for this octopus or the guy
Yes.
attacked Mikey?
I think the octopus is a greater threat.
The
since-
6 attacks the octopus shells out makes it a bigger threat.
Mhm.
Alright, so I'm gonna attack the octopus.
Go for the octopusy.
Natural 18 should hit. That puts me like 20 something.
Wow. Plus, you have
Okay.
a plus
4
5.
damage. On my first attack. And on my second arrow,
What was the first one? 4?
4 damage on the first one.
Okay.
and it ended up being a 23. My hit roll was 23 for 4 damage. Now I have a 20
Wow, nice job.
with bonuses, and that's for 2 damage.
It's got to be close to going down.
Yeah. It's gotta be close to going under the waves.
Hopefully not under the waves.
I
Wanting to arrows
wonder
back.
if you had done
Mike
one
Stack.
pencil this round, if that would have taken it out.
I only had the one, so.
Did you use it already? Oh, purple. You did. That's right. All right, so now it's you, Eldane. What do you want to do?
Put it away.
Kill the octopus!
Or do you want to?
Hasbro's not going to work.
Hasbro just tried to stab me.
He's not going anywhere. He doesn't have 6 giant tentacles to hurt you with.
You can handle yourself, Mike.
You have 4 hit points left.
Yeah, exactly.
Is Bassmer wearing armor right now?
Shame though.
Leather.
Chaps.
I guess I'll stab the octopus.
Captain Bassmar wears leather armor.
What size?
His size.
What size fits all?
6 foot, 175 pound size.
He has a cloak on too, by the way.
Interesting.
Gives that cloak.
Alright, so I'm gonna attack the octopus, Joe.
Okay.
18?
Yeah, that's a hit.
No. That's yours.
3 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh, well done.
It's still alive. It's hurt pretty bad though.
All right, Adam, are you our next initiative? Oh wait, we have
You
the
already
mage. We've got
Just the
two
captains.
Beshkar and Captain Bassmar get a shot.
Mhm.
So
Beshmar and Asmar. No wonder I'm having trouble.
Do I get a chance to step away from Captain Batmar? After my attack roll, can I move?
yeah, you can move. There's not a whole lot of room to move on a boat in the middle of a battle though. So
I just need a
it's
couple feet between us.
but whatever distance you move, he's going to be able to also move and take his attack if he chooses to attack you.
That's fine. Then it'll be clear that he's trying to attack me and not attack the octopus, so.
Okay. So that's what you do?
Yup.
Okay, so Captain Bassmar goes next, and he takes a step following Eldane and swings at him with his dagger.
Well, he can only kill you if he rolls a 4.
I'll just bring him back.
If he hits you,
Cure Light wounds will bring him back.
and then even then, yeah, you'll be at 0 hit points, so we can still bring you back.
All right, so he plunges his dagger into you.
Oh boy.
And, sorry for the delay.
No problem. Joel is rolling damage, and now he's consulting some documentation.
And he does 2 damage to you.
What do you got left, Mikey?
He took a nice swing at you, but at the last moment, he lost his balance and didn't quite get the leverage that he wanted against you.
How many HP you got left, Mikey?
2.
I'm gonna have to. Did Chris go?
Yeah, he did. He tried.
Now, Beshkar, who is oblivious to the situation with Bassmar and Eldane, takes another stab at the octopus and misses.
Elric shouts, "Captain Basmar, you traitor!"
Alright, so roll for the
No. Another round of initiative.
Adam, you want to roll an it for us?
Oh, that was the whatchamacallit's turn.
They just went.
Oh,
the octopus.
Oh, the octopus.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, that's
Good
good.
job, Jeff. Now Silver's gonna die.
Oh, that was good.
Thanks, Jeff.
Just looking for the TPK. He's
Dude,
tired.
we didn't get rid of any tentacles in any of our attacks, did we? It still has 6 full attacks.
So his first attack is. I'll let you know how many attacks he gets.
Okay.
His first attack is against Beshkar. And he smacks him with his tentacle.
Knocks him off the boat. God, I need a better boat.
And he yanks him right off the boat into the water.
Oh boy,
Didn't see that coming.
that's not good. Hey, there's probably a spell book on the boat that you might be able to get sleep and magic missile from.
Another tentacle takes a swing at Kev Horn.
Uh-oh. Kevlarn has no dex and no armor. I should have gotten him armor. He's got an armor class of 10 right now, I think.
This is kind of like swinging at Darter.
Yeah.
He only rolls a 5, but a 5 is good enough to hit a 0 armor class creature.
What is a cleric AC hit point? Is 8?
Yeah.
He takes 3 damage.
He's down to 5.
No con bonus?
No. He's got a great wisdom, but he doesn't have a con.
The next attack is at Captain Basmar.
Aha!
That dude's going in the drink. We're not getting our information.
No, we want him alive. Please. Uh-oh.
See level. This is AC. Just misses,
Okay.
and one more attack.
Elric tries to shout and get its attention.
Another attack against Captain Basmar.
Oh boy.
That one hits.
And he goes in.
Okay.
Does that collapse on deck?
No, he takes a smack at Captain Basmar. You can see that he's a pretty sturdy person, though.
Uh-huh.
Flesh wound.
Now it's time for another round of initiative.
All right, Adam. I think you're our the knit roller this time around.
Can I defer to Mikey? Yeah, here we go. Oh, I got a 6.
Oh, well done.
Okay, you win initiative.
Excellent.
Now I'll give a second initiative roll versus the NPC,
Yeah. And on that one, I got a 5.
and you win that one too.
Wow, good job.
Yeah, baby.
If you want Kevlarn to go first, he'll cast Cure Light Wounds upon Eldane.
Do we get it?
You
Yeah,
got
we run a knit for both. You rolled a 6 and a 5. You did very well.
Now I'm gonna miss now.
Okay, so here comes the Kevlarn races over to Eldane, who is bleeding on the deck of the ship, and touches him, and it's just 1d8, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you get 8 hit points back.
Wow.
Well,
Overhealing.
I think that was that exactly what you needed. Oh no, you were down 6, weren't you?
Yeah.
But we'll take it though.
I'm back to full.
Good job. And Kevlarn is done. Who's next?
I'll go quick. I'm not gonna.
Do you have a spell that would work
No.
against? What spells do you have as a cleric?
Oh, I have commands. I can cast command.
I think that's a good idea.
All right, I will attempt to command. Dipshit.
Captain Basma.
Captain Basmar.
okay. So he's going to get another saving throw, like he did before.
It's worth a shot.
And he shakes it off.
Son of a.
Good try.
That's what it's doing.
I'm gonna.
I wouldn't have hit
Okay,
her.
here's the mantle of the octopus.
You can
Oh,
see
so
that,
that-
right?
Kill this thing. Natural 20. Does that give me anything in this game?
What does critical hit do?
I-
Is it double damage?
I think it's double damage.
Double damage, that's all.
So you double
Nice.
one, you get
Or is
three?
it?
So 8. What, Bob?
I was
Double
wondering if
one.
it was max damage, but I think you're right. It's double damage. So 2d6, man.
Okay.
Do I have to
Two
roll it or
damage,
just double
huh?
what I already rolled?
I don't know. Does he double what he already rolls? I can't remember, guys.
I think we used to roll it and double it.
I like
Yeah,
that.
we used to roll it and double it.
Alright, then that's 8 damage.
Oh, that was a good roll, above average.
And the octopus flops over and just floats on the water, and oil and ink starts spilling out and polluting the water.
Is the captain who got yanked over within the clutch of a tentacle, or is he nowhere to be seen?
He's had it.
Okay.
He's a
And
don't
you
know where
still
he
have
is.
1 arrow shot left. Your rate of fire is 2, and you've used 1 arrow.
Oh, yes, good point. So I can find the other one at Basmer or Besmer, whichever one is still on the boat, who's attacking. That's going to attack Mike, right?
Captain Basmar, who attacked Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Ooh, 8, 9. Is Bless still in effect?
It is. It's round 4, and there's 3, 2, and 1, and then it's gone.
Alright, so I rolled a total of 13.
So this is interesting. At the beginning of the encounter, Basmar was technically under the effect of Bless.
Yeah,
Is he still under the effect of Bless?
I would say no, but that's the DM's call.
I was just throwing it out there because I'm being a pain in the ass.
You're
That's
wondering? No, I'm not giving him a bless.
Just the gods know what to take it away.
hmm
Total of 13 to hit him.
This is
Against Basmar.
this is Ephraim.
Yes.
Didn't you just get done killing the octopus?
He has a rate of
Yeah, with my
fire
first arrow.
two shots on the one.
And you're shooting your second arrow at Captain Basmar? Okay.
The one who, Captain Basmar is the one who attacked Mike, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I heard Mike cry out, so.
Yep.
Can we see
Yeah.
the other guy?
You still looking it up?
Joel's looking it up.
What was the roll?
13.
13 total.
I'm sorry.
Can you see the guy?
Yeah, he's gone. I asked for it.
Yeah, 13's a hit.
Alright, he takes 4 damage then.
Surrender!
And let that be a lesson to him.
Yeah, well done.
Mhm.
Man, give
Okay.
the Elf Ranger the bow, and you're having a good time.
I take a big swing with my hammer at him as well.
Is it a halberd?
It's a lucerne hammer.
Oh, okay. I thought you had a halberd for some reason, like an
I
axe.
probably said it before.
Bonuses?
I get a +1 hit advantage because of my strength.
Mm-hmm.
I get a +1 because of Bob's
Bless.
less.
Okay.
So you're +2,
7.
7.
With-
It's 5 plus 2.
With adjustments, you missed.
You stink.
You know, it's leather
Dwarven
armor.
fighters.
A piercing weapon would treat the leather armor as an AC 10 instead of an AC 8.
So,
How about Eldane? Did he go? He didn't go.
Eldane and Elric went.
Eldane, yeah, Eldane's gonna attack him.
Oh, no,
Okay.
Elric went. He hit the...
Did Ducat go?
Yes, I tried to cast command.
So he's the
Right,
last
okay.
of the players to go.
Okay.
Eldane rolls a 13 plus 1 is 14.
Ooh.
That's a hit.
Can we opt for non-lethal damage?
I think in AD&D you had to use fists or
I don't know.
what? Blunt objects?
what?
Your call.
Oh.
I rolled a 4 damage.
Okay, he's pretty hurt, but he's still up and going.
If you take him down to
You-
0, he goes unconscious, right? And then you have to take him down to negative.
0 to negative 10 is unconscious.
So if we kill him enough that he's down to 0, as long as we don't roll a crit when he's at 1 point of damage,
Every turn he sinks 1 lower until we
So
make
he-
it successful.
stabilize.
He yells out at the party, you know, I'm going to take all of you.
Who put you up to this? Who sent you?
You guys are nothing. I don't have no problem with you. With that, he takes a swing with his dagger at Darter. And
It was 10 hit points.
your armor class?
Now you're at 10.
Natural, but I have a -1 defense adjustment for my AC, for my dexterity, so I'm at a 9, I assume.
Yeah, you're at a 9.
So he hits you.
Ouch. As long as it doesn't do 10.
And he does 5 damage to you.
Oh, wow. You're down to 5.
He plunges that dagger in and out, and that really hurt. There's blood splurting.
It really
He
hurt.
just did 5 damage with a dagger?
You nasty,
Did.
It must
nasty.
be a magic dagger.
Or he's got
Yeah, that's
he's
not a
a,
regular dagger, that's for sure.
or he's a big guy and he's got a strength bonus, guys.
Yeah.
Forgot about strength bonus.
Listen, we're finished anyways. Tell us, before you kill us, who's the person who sent you to kill us? I'd like to know their name before we die.
He replies, you've meddled where you shouldn't be meddling, and you've ticked off the wrong people.
Who did we take off?
Who
We
do we take off?
we stick together.
Who do we take off?
The Assassin's Guild.
So with that, he rolls another initiative.
Oh, who wants to roll initiative now?
I haven't yet.
Okay,
What's, how,
roll 1d6, buddy.
Oh,
No
no,
bonuses.
that's now. 4.
Okay, he wins initiative,
doesn't
That's okay.
You saved it for him.
and he says, and I'm gonna get the worst of you all. the one who really deserves it. With that, he looks at Kevhorn and jumps right at him with his dagger.
Who's there for?
You
Chris.
rotten cleric. And he's got an armor class of not a 10 or 9.
The power of Bassus compels you. The power of Bassus compels you.
So he,
Bassus, the god of magic. I just remembered.
it's, you said it's 10 or 9.
It is a 10. He has no defensive bonus. He's got no armor.
Oh, it done with his his bonuses. So he hits Kevhorn and
Kevhorn was 5 right now.
does 7 damage to him.
Kevhorn is at -2. Kevhorn crumples to the ground,
Heal bot
He
here.
plunges the dagger right in his chest.
blood leaking from the body
I got this one, guys.
onto the wooden deck.
Cleric, heal thyself.
I got
He
this
said,
one.
"That's 1. 5 more to go."
But by the way, he used all of his good spells. All he had left was Detect Evil, and in this case, probably not really necessary.
As a fiery shield is surrounding that.
As a what?
As to
Yeah, I think we pretty much found the evil.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's flank. And maybe our thief can get a flanking bonus from behind.
yeah, it's like +4.
It helps. Yeah.
5%.
Heck, doesn't he get to double his damage if he does a backstab?
Yes, I do double my damage.
So now we organize.
Mm-hmm.
Several of us, Elric shouting to try to get his attention, gets in front of the captain, and maybe the cleric, what's your name? Cleric mage?
Ducat.
Ducat joins him.
No,
No, I have to go save.
he goes. I'll go in front.
All right, the dwarf, Elric and the
I
dwarf.
look like I'm sleeping.
You will never take me down.
Okay, good job.
I'm going to attack.
And then meanwhile, the thief.
You couldn't hit water if you fell out of the boat.
9
+1.
+1 for command.
Blood.
+1 for my strength. That's 11.
Oh, there you go.
You hit somehow, but you
This
did.
is round 3. There are 2 and 1, and then the bless is gone.
Oh, multiple dice.
If he didn't get the bonus, would he have missed? If it was just a 9?
8
No, he
damage.
just got it. 8
Oh,
damage.
8 damage. Well done.
I rolled a 7. I got a +1 for the damage.
He staggers. He falls to his knees and stands up.
Oh. Oh.
Waivers.
Somebody kick him when he's down.
That would hurt.
As he staggers, falls down, his attention is diverted. I jump in and backstab him.
And Mikey is now happy.
We should see the
That's it. And
Black
Mikey rolls an 18.
And that's a hit.
And
you-
damage.
Your multiplier's +2, right?
Well, I rolled a 14. With backstab, I get a +4 to hit. So that's an 18.
Ah,
And then I get double damage.
let's hope you roll high.
I roll a 3, so 6 damage.
That's not bad.
And that pretty much knocks him silly,
That's
down.
ironic. I like the
with
poetic.
blood splurting out of him from the several cuts and wounds.
Do we bind him?
His wounds? Absolutely. We need
Yeah,
information.
we bind his wounds and we bind
And
him.
we bind him.
We're talking mummy binding here.
Kevlar, meanwhile, you hear gurgling, and
So-
blood is still spurting out.
So somebody in their equipment has bandages.
We rip clothes.
We
rip
just
his
rip
shirt.
it. No, we cut his cloak up.
Well, no, the cloak might be magical.
Alright, so we don't
You
cut his
can't
cloak up,
can't
we
rip
cut his
that
shirt.
cloak. It's not ripping.
Oh, magical equipment
We
doesn't
take
rip
the
easily.
cloak
Here's
off.
I already called
and we cut up his shirt and use it as bandages.
Okay.
We pretty much
And
took him
then,
down.
and then I take everything that he has on him off of him.
Kevlar is
Daggers.
bleeding out over here.
I'll take
Kevlar,
care of him.
Just leave his thumbs, because Bob's going to want those.
So you
want to cast that?
so you've got 2 unconscious bleeding people on the boat. A dead octopus floating around.
We gotta see if we can find the other captain.
The 2 captains are gone, and we have no means of sailing the boat back. It's good times.
Alright, so
Did anybody take sailing as one or?
alright, I'm gonna roll my healing on Chris.
Okay.
I have rowing.
He's at -2. Did we have to take a skill when we did character creation?
8
8.
on Chris.
So he's at 6 hit points. Well done. He rises back up
Rise, my son.
Who's your god?
Yeah, I don't know.
Praise
Cool.
Bassus and your god as well. I thank you for your god has saved my life today.
Hey, Rock.
And have we stabilized the captain?
Can we see the other captain?
Nope,
This card's gone.
he's
I think
gone.
he's gone. Yeah.
Somebody grab the arrow and the arrows and my dagger out of the octopus.
Yeah, we should try and secure the octopus and see if we can bring it back to town with us. Maybe we can make some money off of that too.
And we have
No,
already
I
secured.
definitely try and grab the arrows.
They might serve calamari at the restaurant.
No,
So the order of
They're big and
operations.
chewy.
Since you can't even sail this boat as it is, it's gonna be interesting to see how you're gonna actually sail it, towing a giant octopus with you.
Yeah,
Did we
that's a
kill
problem.
Bassmar?
We're gonna try to get him onto the deck.
If we bind his wounds, he no longer gets worse, right? He's still heals.
Yeah, I've taken everything off of Captain Bassmar. What does he have?
He's he's in critical condition. He needs
Yeah, I don't-
he needs
I don't really care
immediate
if he's in critical
immediate
condition.
medical attention, or he's gonna die.
I don't really care if he dies. I want to know what he has on.
I thought we already bound his wounds.
Well-
So he's stabilized.
All right. Well, he was carrying a broadsword. He had that nasty dagger.
Which I now have.
Mike now has a nasty dagger.
He was wearing leather armor, and he had a cape. He was wearing a necklace around his neck with 3 gems on it,
Okay, we now have a necklace with 3 gems.
and he had a purse with some money in it.
Okay, I have a purse with some money.
Uh-huh.
There was 12 platinum pieces
Platinum. Holy Mikey's.
How many gold in the box?
and 24 gold pieces.
24 gold. Okay.
All right, so that's everything he had on him.
All right.
Okay.
Again, I forgot. We have no idea what any of this stuff is.
So just to recap, he's not dead. We bound his wounds. He's not
Do you
dead.
know anything about this dagger, Joel?
He's
It hurt. It has some of your blood on it still.
Other than it has some of my blood on it.
Kev Horn could tell you it was there's something about it that really attacked him personally, whether it's because of his alignment or because of his class.
That dagger, I declare, is evil. There's something malevolent about it. My God does not approve. Remove it from my sight. It offends me.
Don't worry, Kieran. I'll keep it safe over here, and I hide it underneath the new cloak.
All right. So is he alive or
And
dead?
putting the cloak or the cape on you feel extra protection. So there's something magical about that as well.
I called dibs.
But
I like that. I feel.
I called dibs 10 minutes ago.
I used the broadsword to cut up some tentacles and pull them onto the ship.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't use a broadsword, so somebody else does that one.
Dwarf, why don't you take the armor? It seems like it would have helped you significantly. in this
What
last battle.
about
What about the cleric?
My God will protect me. This armor will protect you better.
Your god didn't protect you very well in that
So-
last fight.
I'm alive.
So
aren't I?
there's
My God
just
did
a very
protect me.
slight breeze, but the boat is drifting slowly toward the east now.
let's,
All right, what if we try to swing these sails around and?
we look for any other fishing vessels in the area?
Nobody comes up anywhere near the octopuses.
Are there any oars for the boat?
Yeah, there's oars for emergency.
It looks like we are pretty close to the northern shore. Rather than try to maneuver our way back, why don't we just try to row to shore? And then once we get there, we can hop off and then just walk around the lake back to town.
Well, you said before that the wind was blowing north to south, right? So we should just be able to hoist the
No,
hoist the
now
sails and
he just said the wind's going to
ride
the
most of the way
east.
home.
Do the jib thing.
Eldane, he just said the wind is heading to the east, so
Yeah, we just put on an angle.
we'd have to tack,
Oh,
and that's more advanced.
Well, is it that the east will bring us to the shore where Groton is?
yeah, we'll be a little north. We'll have to hike it. But if we just lift the sails,
We can run east, but we can always hike. We can always hike back.
So you're
But I guess we'll be
approximately
very octopus.
if you're here, you're approximately a mile from the eastern shore, and then
Couple miles.
about 2.5 to 3 miles north of Groton.
Okay, so that's better than trying to figure out how to sail this.
So you can see Groton from where you are, but it's
So
very
just go hoist the sails and let it drift, let it take us to land, and we'll hop off and.
well. When you try to hoist the sails, you can see they're shredded and sabotaged by Basmar.
Wow, when did you do that?
That son of a.
So, oars it is.
Oh wait, that wasn't Basmar. That was Ephraim when he slid down all pirate style with the dagger and the sail. Yeah, so it looks like Plan B using the oars.
Oh, I want to make sure Captain Basimar is lashed to the mast.
Bring it downstairs, lash it to an oar.
Before we talk to Basmar, can we go inside the cabin and search what the prior sea captain had of his own possessions? I assume there might be a spell book with some spells in there.
Were we able to recover any arrows? Were they usable? And the dagger as well before we row ourselves away from this
So I
carcass?
didn't use my.
Oh yeah, I did ask for that, Adam. Good call to remember, because I don't remember if I got an answer.
That was
Yeah,
good.
and we're not trying to row this thing along. We're just leaving it here.
There's no personal effects of any value on this boat.
Really?
It's probably most likely that anything she owned was left in her home
Okay.
and not on the boat.
That's right. We can find her home and break in later.
Are there any rations on the boat?
There's some rations if you're hungry.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, that was a good fight.
Yeah, time to eat.
Get on the fryer. Get on the fryer. Fry calamari tonight.
So now you are rowing, you said?
I think we are. Yeah. Whatever the closest shore is.
Row your boat ashore.
We'll probably row southeast right now.
Okay.
Well,
Towards Groton.
do we want to roll all the way back or just make it to shore and then jump off?
Let's row and just
We
row
should
back.
probably return the boat.
I think actually what we should do is we should take this anchor and sink Captain Basimar to the bottom before we get ashore.
Let's
Yeah, but then
actually.
it's going to be hard to interrogate.
Let's also.
Let's get him up here and then sink him to the bottom.
We also have a concern of what is our story.
Wait, hold on. We have a serious problem. I mean, he's clearly part of the Assassin's Guild. If we bring him back ashore, they're just going to let him go and he's going to come after us again.
And they're going to...
And yeah, we got a problem. We can just say that the octopus got a hold of him and the captain and yanked them off the boat.
Oh, we have
It's going to
to.
be suspicious either way.
We could stick him in one of the tentacles.
I think we have a better chance of saying the octopus than if we let him live.
Hmm.
Is the octopus arm still stuck in? Can we just cut the arm off, bring both back?
Stuck to
That's smart.
I'm just saying.
he
yes,
wasn't killed
yes.
by the octopus arm. He was killed by you guys.
Right.
We could put an octopus arm around him and then sink it.
Yeah, we put no. If the structure was still attached, we
With
put it
arrows
in.
sticking out of him and slash holes on him.
Yeah, he looks like a pincushion. He's got slashes. It's clearly he was attacked in a street brawl.
No, that's why I said tie the anchor to him or a big rock, stick him to the bottom. Nobody will know the difference.
Kevlar will.
I think Mike's right on this one.
Guys, I'm telling you, this is a bad idea to bring him back to shore.
Because at
Eldane,
least then we can say,
Eldane
well,
Soprano.
Kevlar can spend the 15 minutes or whatever time is required to pray to his god in the hopes that he can get another cure light wounds. If that's
Yeah.
okay.
I will point out that
that
the sun is starting to set. Right, it is getting late in the afternoon.
I could always use some good.
We have to rest up and.
I have 2 slots. If I guess I can restore a 1-level spell every 15 minutes
Something like
of
that.
prayer.
Something like that.
So in a half hour I can have 2 cure light
Right,
wounds.
I'm the same way.
As a matter of fact, it's probably getting close to dinner time.
Dinner time.
Well, we'll have the excuse of the octopus. So
Mhm.
let's take our time here and figure out what we want to do and get our people back up to speed. So we'll spend a half hour, if that's all right, if you agree,
You know,
that we can do this, and we'll
Adrift.
adrift. We'll get our 2 cure light wounds.
If
We
we're
will,
2 miles away, we're
We can be slowly rowing to the shore
yeah.
yeah, okay,
while you're doing this.
sure. Get a little closer.
Yeah,
All right, so
Yeah, what are we?
it's a pretty deep lake.
Yeah, what are we trying to figure out exactly?
well, 2 things. We want to get our guys back up to health, and then also
Oh.
we can use one of the cure light wounds to revive the captain so that we can talk to him.
Right, and then we can drown them alive. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think, you know what, we're better off being more merciful, just dumping him overboard
Well,
with
we
a rock
need,
and I do him.
I think
We already know what we need to know from him. He was sent by the Assassin's Guild to kill us.
With anything.
Hey, Mikey.
Yeah, he was dead.
Mikey.
Yeah.
Do you want to put one of his testicles under your boot and wake him that way, nice and gently?
I mean, we could certainly try it, but I'm telling you, I don't think this guy's going to tell us a damn thing.
Thank God there are no
Yeah,
lawful
I
good
think
people in
he's
this
just a
world.
liability at this point.
He's definitely going to cause us more problem than good.
If we dump him overboard and say that the octopus got him, then the Assassin's Guild doesn't know that we know that they're trying to kill us.
Exactly.
That may ultimately be what we do, but for now, I think we should at least see what information we can get before we make that decision. Would you agree?
He already gave us the information we need. We don't need anything more from him.
Yeah, you know, in a prior campaign, I had this this guy that I used to fight with, who wanted to interrogate everybody.
At least you
And I
can.
specifically remember the DM not letting us interrogate anybody.
I'd like to interrogate everybody a little bit. Just not very well.
At least
And also, don't forget, do we really want to waste prayers to these good gods to heal this evil man? Who the good gods know we're just going to kill him for the greater good.
Kevlin says at the very least you can learn more about his equipment, if nothing else.
I want his dagger if nobody else wants it.
I got his dagger right now and his cloak, so.
No, I called the cloak. I called the cloak
Daggers
like
having
30
cloak of
minutes ago.
protection.
We call cloak.
All right, so I've got two cure light wounds. Who's wounded right now?
I am.
Just the dwarf? Okay, I'll use one on the dwarf. Let's hope we roll big.
I can use it.
7.
I need an 8.
You needed 8. You're 1 down. Okay. And I can use the second on the captain, or should you use yours so we still have 1 each?
I only have one.
Oh, you only have 1. Okay.
Don't waste spells on the captain,
That's it.
really.
We have to rouse him to get him to talk.
Okay, go ahead. If you want to rouse him, go ahead. But I'm going to tell you right now, I put his dagger, I put my dagger right to his throat.
Okay. To his throat?
Right to his throat.
Okay.
To or through?
Yeah, that's
Mike?
kind of...
To.
Okay, thanks, Mike. That's what I was wondering about.
Yes.
3 hit points healed for the captain.
Okay. He's still unconscious. He was even though you bandaged him, he was still
Well wounded, so that does not bring him
getting in worse shape, getting closer to -10.
Well, we should be able to perform
You
first
can't-
aid and prevent his worsening. I believe that is.
We stabilize to get him to 0, and then cure.
I
Cure. Wait a minute. I thought cure light wounds gets rid of your negative and takes you directly to a positive. Am I?
book right next to you.
Yeah. That's good.
That was 40, I think you're thinking of.
You're right. Cleric causes 1 to 8 hit points of wound or other injury to the creature's body to be healed.
Like Jeff.
It doesn't affect anybody who doesn't have a corporeal body. It doesn't cure people who are not living, or which can only be harmed by iron, silver, or magical. Oh, that means you can't cast Cure Light Wounds on a werewolf. That's interesting. If they're trying to avoid the touch, you have to roll the die to hit them. Note that cured wounds are permanent, as long as you don't get injured again. And they cause light wounds do 1 to 8 points of damage.
Might be under hit points, Bob.
What's that?
Might be under hit points and die.
Okay. It's under hit point. The spell doesn't say.
I would think that at any length you stopped him from getting any worse.
Okay.
That would stabilize
I started lashing a rope around his feet. I cut a piece of rope, I started tying it to his feet, and I tied the other end to the anchor.
Are you willing to heal this man?
You guys realize that waking him up is really cruel because we've got to kill him? Like, it's just kind of, it seems so unnecessary. I don't know if I'd want to kill somebody like that. At least now he's unconscious. He can't scream and won't know what happened to him.
Any interrogation, particularly aggressive interrogation, has to happen out here where it's quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Or we won't be busted.
Yeah, but what are we going to get out of it? The Assassin's Guild sent him to kill us. What else do we need to know?
Who sent him, specifically?
The Assassin's Guild.
He is not going to tell us.
He has
He's not going to tell us.
There are 2 things that we could try to get. Any additional information about the investigation, and also what does his gear do. And it's worth a shot, guys.
Maybe we can trade the cloak.
I don't think it's worth a shot to, because then we have to murder him in cold blood.
Well, we're still going to murder him
Not
anyway.
only is his blood is cool if we murder him.
Although your argument is quite logical and almost completely persuasive. We can't leave any rock unturned, right? We have a bad guy who's a member of the group that we're investigating. It would be irresponsible of us, at least not to try.
Yeah, I think it would be irresponsible of us to do this. It's cruel. And I'm not really comfortable with waking somebody up just to kill them later. And I don't think we're not going to get any reasonable information out of him, and we just gotta dump him overboard while he's still kicking and screaming. That kind of doesn't sit well with me.
No, we gotta talk.
I don't want any part of it. If you guys are really determined to do this, I'm going to be in the boathouse.
You're gonna try to redeem his soul.
Do we want to sleep on it? Oh, it is almost. That's
Yeah,
slow.
no,
It is
I'd
20
rather
minutes.
just get back to town, and so that we don't have to explain why we were out all day and all night.
I'd
How do
say
you get him through town without being seen?
I don't want to go into town with him. I just want answers right now. Here, go to the boathouse. We'll have this discussion.
You guys cook up the calamari. Bob and I'll take care of this.
No, you're a cleric.
I am.
Perhaps you could rise him from his unconscious slumber so that we may speak with the man.
I pray for a cure light wound spell and then try to heal the man so you can talk to him.
Didn't you already do that just a little while ago?
You have one right now.
Oh, I only ever had one.
Right, you spent it initially
Right.
to save me,
Yes.
and
So
then
now I have to.
we already did that.
Man, I knew I had
You're kind of zonked. Yeah,
I am shot today.
we did it already, and you have that one now.
Okay, then I can heal him.
Okay.
I'm taking my new cloak, that's all I gotta say.
It's my clothes. I called dibs when Joel first mentioned it.
You did call dibs on it. Here's your 1d8 that you need to roll.
You did not call anything, I told
Oh,
Joel
I
on
totally
every
called dibs
call.
as soon as you said it.
You guys are playing this like you're both neutral evil. I just want to say.
Hey.
And
Oh, well done.
8 healing to that
Captain
mark.
Besmar.
Listen, this guy tried to kill me first, I don't really give a crap.
So is he awake now?
Yeah, he's awake. He's very groggy. He's very almost senseless. But he's awake.
Let's use I'm gonna take one of my darts and I'm gonna put it under his fingernail.
I think let's talk to him first. I admire your enthusiasm.
Damn.
That's a very cleric-like thing to do.
Captain,
Hey, I'm not a magic user.
you and I have something in common, Captain. Both you and I today have come closer to our gods than anyone else on this ship, and perhaps anyone else in Durat. Welcome back to the world of the living.
Just kill me now.
We need to know things.
Oh, we will. We will.
I stick my hat in the boathouse, go, see, I told you.
There is always help for salvation for those of Bassus, and it was the magic of Bassus and the divinity of Bassus that brought you back to life. And you were brought back to life for a purpose, though you may not see that.
I say we kill him now.
Who sent you?
Are we back at shore yet? You guys can't sail this boat, can you?
We are in the ocean, or we are in the lake.
Well,
lake.
lake.
A lake that is very, very deep and welcoming and dark.
For you.
But we hope that it does not come to that. Who sent you?
Where's Beskar?
You were there. Beskar was grabbed by the creature and
From
thrown
him.
overboard. Who sent you?
Why don't you just cut my throat?
In due time.
I'll take care of that.
In due time.
Fine, Abraham sent me.
What? Abraham?
Well played.
How did you even get a chance to speak with Abraham? He was captured and imprisoned. And why would he direct you to kill us when he himself is under an investigation? Are you lying right now, sir?
Of course
Oh,
he is.
why would I lie?
It's the craziest thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah, I don't think what he's saying.
But why would you lie?
He's got every reason to lie. I can't even believe you're gonna believe him.
Is Abraham an assassin as well?
Of course he is.
I'm no assassin.
You're no assassin.
You just tried to assassinate us.
You wielded a dagger.
You're right, you're not an assassin. You're a bad, failed assassin.
So you're telling us you're not part of the Assassin's Guild attempting to destroy us?
That was an accident. I thought you were the octopus.
Twice.
What about the part where you shouted,
3 times.
I'm gonna kill
I'm
all
going
of
to
you.
kill you first? Remember that part where you pointed at me and said you are the most vile of all of them, and then you attacked me with your dagger?
Why don't you just kill me now and get it over with?
You know,
I
there
think-
are things that are worse than death, sir. There are things that would make you yearn for death.
I take his hand and
I feel
Can I do it now?
Not yet. Let him speak.
I feel ill. Can you lift me up to the edge of the boat?
You feel ill.
Oh, I wonder where that's gonna end up.
I think
Yo,
you'll stay
I'll lift
there.
him up.
I think you will be staying tied to the mast. If you need to be sick, go ahead and do so.
It's not our boat.
How's the sail working?
It's not working. You shredded it, you idiot.
Let's start with
I don't
something
know how we
simple.
shredded it without anybody noticing.
Name rank and serial number.
Boat.
Let's start with something more simple. We've taken a cloak and a dagger off of you. Are those items special in some way?
You wouldn't know how to use them.
What are they?
Mike, show them that you know how to use a dagger.
Oh,
Here,
the
let me show you
amulet.
how this dagger works.
The amulet with the 3. So
Oh, yeah, and the amulet. Tell us of those items.
My mom gave it to me.
oh,
Which one, the cloak or the dagger?
The
I
necklace.
thought I meant which mom.
it looks like
My 2 dads? No, wait a minute.
I could explain it, but none of you are smart enough to
Oh,
understand.
try us then. Do tell.
You better get to shore instead of worry about talking to me. Once it gets dark out here, the rest of the octopus will attack you.
we're getting there.
We're getting there.
Doesn't look like you're moving very fast
Maybe the
without your sail.
You don't seem to understand. We could make your life far more unpleasant than it is right now.
Don't you think that other people can make my life even more unpleasant once we get back to shore?
Not as unpleasant as we have tremendous imaginations among the 6 of us.
Here, let's see what happens when I take this dart and I stick it between your finger and your fingernail. Let's see how much that hurts.
Ouch.
Mike, boot, ball, heel. Take care of it.
I take my boot and I get familiar with his.
Private parts of my daughter call it.
Exactly. I get familiar with his twig and berries.
Just the berries right now.
Oh, it says, stop. Stop. Just kill me.
Captain, you consider yourself an excellent card player.
Are you going to talk yet?
Listen, you consider
I
yourself
told
an
you what
excellent...
I know.
If you consider yourself an excellent card player, perhaps you would agree to tell us what you know in a game of cards. If you win, we will let you go. If we win, you tell us everything that you know.
Excuse me, interjection. Who put you in charge of letting him go? He's not going anywhere.
You guys are such
know
fools. Why don't you just get out of town while you're still living?
Why do we need to
So
leave
you-
town?
I killed one of you. The rest of us will kill the rest of you.
You killed one of us and we came back from death. You kill 6 of us, we'll all come back.
I'll haunt
Again
you
and
forever.
again.
Haunt you till the end of time.
I am the ghost of Kelvor, and I follow you now. Tell us who sent you. Tell us who sent you, and we will send you a peaceful, quick death.
You guys are so dumb. It was so easy to get you out here on this boat.
Apparently it may have been dumb for us, but you're the one who's in trouble, and the other guy's not here, so really we're getting all the money for all the work.
Who's going to pay you? The person you made the agreement is dead, from what you're telling me. You're not even going to get any money.
The one spoke then.
And there's 10 pieces of platinum.
Wait, what did we promise you? 1/10?
Was that in his pocket?
1/10 of the
Goes to
share?
this person.
That's right.
How many fingers does he have?
I would assume he has 10.
Perhaps we should pay him his share. That's Elric, that's not Kelvor.
And what happens on one hand, you have to do the other, because you have to keep him special.
Well, Hero CD, perhaps.
I'll slice a finger off.
Have you not been with this group for that one? Are you new here?
That's a good point you raise about the payment. We do owe you payment for your services today. payment that
I don't
we
understand how you people thought we were going to get paid in the first place. I told you we should have never brought him back to life. We should have dumped him overboard and then rowed ourselves back to shore. Can we just throw him overboard now and get moving to shore?
Do we have any
He's
spells?
not going to give us any useful information.
Charm person. Charm person.
I don't have that one. I dropped it for long. I didn't miss it.
We got 15 minutes. Go learn it. Learn charm person.
So we'll reach our person.
Now, how many spells do you think you can cast in one day?
Oh, and so once you memorize one, you can cast another one. Yeah, once you cast it, you can memorize another one.
As long as you're not interrupted by monsters and you take the time out.
Yes. Time out. 66.
Interrupted by monsters.
I don't know. We're still rowing to shore, right?
Slowly, but
Yep.
yes.
The wind is definitely picking up, and it's starting to blow to the south now.
So towards town.
Yeah, towards town,
Woohoo!
but not to the east, due south.
Right, just straight south.
So towards the middle of the lake.
Right.
Gotcha.
I assume we have some fundamental ability to steer this, since we're not complete morons.
There's a rudder. I mean,
Yeah.
No, you could steer it, but it sure is a lot slower going now than it was before.
Oh yeah, we're not moving fast.
Yeah,
Because the wind
The sun is almost set by now.
So charm person is done then, since the sun has almost set. Did it just cast upon him now?
Do you want to pick this up on next time, Bill?
We're almost at our stopping point.
Second level druid spell. And it's charm mammal.
Oh, is it in a magic? First level?
As a first level, matches a charm person, this is a little druid spell.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. But an efficient use of space.
Basimar, my best friend.
If he doesn't make a saving throw.
So he gets a number of saving throws.
Wait, do I have any first level cleric spells that will reduce his saves since you're doing 15 minutes?
I started picking the anchor up and trying to get it to the side of the boat.
I'm
Curse.
helping Mike with the anchor.
I can curse him.
It's nice.
I keep paddling. Since I'm alone.
I'll use the
it's only a
15 minutes and
circle.
get curse, and then I'll just cast
Right.
curse on him, which gives him a
And
minus
while
one
they're
saving
and while
throw.
they're wasting their time with that, Elric and Eldane are moving the anchor to the side of the boat,
Okay, Elric is helping you with that.
so we can get ready to throw him overboard.
Yep, I like it.
We're such a happy
Oh.
camp for that.
Okay,
Wait, so just so you know, using those 15 minutes,
you know,
Kevlorn memorized curse and has cast that. There's no saving throw, and it gives him a -1 to his saving throws. And also a -1 to his hit. And also a -1 to his morale. Not that that helps that much. But that's 5%.
Amen.
Okay.
We're good to go.
All right. So he fails the saving throw against curse.
It's curse, not charm person.
You're casting your charm person
Cost
spell.
my charm person now.
So he fails the saving throw. So he's barely lucid.
Basimar, my good friend. Why do you attack us so? Come now.
Why not?
Come now. I'm a good friend of you. I'm one of your best friends. We drink. We've broken bread. Why is it that you attack us? Is someone paying you for this? Is there a reward for that? I'm just trying to go on.
I don't know. I got paid pretty well for it. That was inside my head. That was
Attacking
my head.
people is what I do.
See,
As a best friend, he would regard you as a best friend and try to answer to the best of his ability. Well, keep asking some more open-ended questions. Press again.
Yeah, press the dictation.
But why? who asked you to do such a thing to you?
Yes. Why? I still don't understand how you could possibly attack me. I mean, my friends and I are good friends of yours. Is there some? Are you in some trouble? Are you in some trouble? Were you happy
Well,
to
I-
do this? Were they paying you?
Attacking is what I do. Doesn't matter if you're my friend or not. If I'm told to attack you or if you're a danger, I'm going to attack you.
Who's your group?
Who told you to attack us?
I can't tell you that.
Sure you can. Come on, you're a pal.
Though those secrets are never revealed. I don't even know everybody in the hierarchy. That's the way it is. I only
I
know
just want to. Oh, well, okay.
I know my superior, and that's it.
Who's that then?
Oscar.
That makes sense. What we saw in the woods.
You say how high up it is?
Does he,
How high up is Oscar?
Higher than me, and not in charge. That's all I can tell you, because that's all I know.
is Arness involved with the group?
Does Arnest know anything about the group?
I don't know.
Surely you must have suspicions though.
Maybe. I don't know. Oscar spends a lot of time at the castle, so maybe he does know. Or maybe she does know. Maybe Tellish knows. Maybe Askew knows. Maybe Sangster knows.
Yeah. Oscar's Bassamar superior. Oscar's not in charge.
We should be writing down those names because those are all
Uh,
assassins.
seems like most of this town is part of the Assassin's Guild.
Maybe Armax, maybe
Do you know?
Askew.
Do you know where Abraham is being held?
I don't know. At the castle if he was arrested.
Why was he even arrested?
I don't know. I don't know who arrested him. I didn't see it.
Who?
Want to leave a message.
How does your message system work? How do you send and receive messages in regards to this?
Well, everybody has different ways of communicating. When somebody wants to talk to me, they slip a gold piece under my door.
Pretty profitable way. Do you know anything about the murder of the Baron?
No. I mean, it may have been one of the assassins. It probably was, but I don't know who. I don't know why. I don't know any of that.
All right, let's try a different approach. Can you think of any reason they would attempt to frame other people for the murder?
That's what a good assassin would do.
But 3 different people who were relatively unconnected?
I don't know. I don't know if he was framed or not. I don't know if an assassin did it or not. I don't know if Abraham did it or not. I don't know if any of the other guys did it. I don't know.
Who really sent you?
Oscar.
Not even.
Why would Oscar want us dead?
I don't know. You'll have to ask him.
Does he know anything
We don't offer explanations. We
No.
take orders.
Is Holga a member of the Assassin's Guild?
I don't know.
Do you think she is?
I don't know. Maybe.
I
Maybe
told
not.
you guys this was a waste of time. Can we throw him overboard now?
I think we've gotten.
Why would you throw me overboard?
Why we would never do such a thing.
You're my friend.
Elfrain, he's our friend. Please.
Yes, besides we found out, we did get a little information out of Mike.
Maybe you're not my friends.
No. He's a little overanxious, but we're your friends.
I don't know. You're confusing me.
Sorry.
We know it doesn't take much.
If we were interested in joining the Assassin's Guild, how does that work? How does that happen?
I can contact Oscar, and Oscar will contact his superior, and eventually the person in charge will decide. Do you want to be an assassin?
We're entertaining the ideas.
You guys would be at the very bottom of the guild.
Sure, well, we're
We should
pretty bottom.
assassinate an octopus.
We're pretty low at the bottom of the adventure party list right now. So
I mean, I've probably killed half a dozen people. How many people have you killed?
we killed an octopus,
And there was
and,
that.
and we almost killed you.
Well, but there's those tentacles. Each of those tentacles might count as a person, plus the octopus. So that would put us at 7, maybe.
I killed one of your members of your party. Obviously, he wasn't a friend of yours, and that wasn't that hard.
Well, why would you have killed him? I mean, he's standing. I mean, how do you think you killed him? He's standing right here.
Who did you kill?
That cleric. I hate good clerics.
Okay, Warren.
Why would you hate good clerics?
Ask him who else.
You can ask Bob. It's
No,
okay.
no, because
No, because you don't go through me because I cannot focus right now. I'm so tired.
Sorry,
Have you not seen my eyes glaze over 15 times in the last 5 minutes?
sorry, buddy.
It's okay. I feel bad. I'm struggling so hard. I've never struggled this hard in a game night.
Who else have you killed?
I can't tell you that.
Oh, maybe
know-
you could.
You don't tell anybody that information.
Oh, I understand. That's part of the trade. What advice would you give to Ducat? You know he's in a bit of a pickle here. It seems like people want him dead. What do you think your friend should do to get out of this mess?
Leave town
Yeah.
and don't look back.
That is the answer to a lot of things.
Can't run away from your problems.
But sometimes you can't run away from your problems. What if he's stuck here?
No,
there something
that's,
else you can do?
octopus.
You guys are finished. You guys are never going to escape this town. The assassins will hunt all of you down
Really?
and stab you all in the back, as well as me.
So it sounds like it might be in your best interest to work with us, since otherwise you're going to end up with a knife in your back.
He's still charmed. It's not gonna last after the charm ends.
I can't believe you guys are going to trust him after he tried to kill us.
You hear Kevlorn whispering to Ducat that he is still charmed and it's not going to last after the charm ends, and Ducat kind of nods.
How long does this charm end?
Oh,
Or
that's a great
last?
question.
I'm trying to figure that out.
Couple minutes. I think we're pretty much done with
I
it.
think we've probably used it up, but let's see if it.
Yep. Time to throw him overboard.
A, B, C, Druid spells, 3rd level?
Second.
Second level, Druid?
The bottom right. Charm animal.
Casting time, duration special. It depends on their intelligence.
Yeah. So
If,
So
based on what's there, he's going to be charmed for quite a while.
So guys, just so you know, the charm person spell, if your intelligence is 13 or 14, it lasts for 2 weeks. If your intelligence is 15 or 16, it lasts for 1 week. If your intelligence is between 4 and 6, it lasts for 2 months. Now we know that he had a saving throw to command, so we know his intelligence is at least 13 or greater.
I don't think it's much bigger though.
So we're looking at probably 1 week or 2 weeks, or maybe 3 days.
So is there anything else you think we should know?
I've told you what I know.
I think there's some more in there. I mean, I'm trying to prevent, you're my friend. I don't want my buddy over there to throw you overboard with your hands tied and your feet tied.
Why would he throw me overboard?
Because you tried to kill him.
Because you tried to kill me.
Why are you bringing up these
I thought you were my friends. You're not my friends.
We're your friends. We're asking why you tried to kill us.
This is not how you manage a charm person spell. Oh!
He says, wait a second. You guys aren't my friends. What is all this talk about? Wait a second. You fooled me somehow.
How would
I
do that?
want you-
I'm your friend.
Let's throw
He-
him overboard now.
He grabs you around the neck with his hands and starts to strangle you.
I'll just-
He's bound. How is he going to do that?
He is bound. That's true. That would be very
He's bound
dramatic,
and
though.
tied to the mast.
Maybe he spits at his face.
He gives you a kick. Let me go. Let me go.
I guess, Ephraim, we're gonna let him go, aren't we?
First one.
Let him go
Yeah,
for
I
his
think,
swim.
I think it's time to let him go right overboard.
There can be no ambiguity, though. We don't want to send him overboard while he's got 8 hit points, so that he can reemerge later, like Cape Fear, coming back out of the lake, covered in seaweed and angry, and then attaching himself to the bottom of our cart, just like the guy did in the bottom of the car,
Oh, so dumb.
and driving all the way through.
Let me go, you.
We'll let
I
you go.
take out my dagger and I plunge it into his chest.
Okay, well that pretty much finishes him off then.
Wait till Basimar.
And now we might want to separate his head from his body so nobody can identify the body as easily, and then put it overboard.
Yeah, who's got? No, I don't want to separate his head because then the head floats and the body doesn't. I don't want it. I want the body and everything sunk to the bottom.
We need a weight.
We have the anchor.
We need to think as part of the boat.
You cut the rope.
Yeah, we'll tie some of those heavy ropes.
Are there any
on.
casks, Joel?
Casks?
Yeah. Casks of water. Or
Yeah, there's a few casks sitting around.
Except they float.
Normally
If they're
the
full, if they're full, do they float?
normally the hold fish.
Yeah.
But the wood that makes up the cask is buoyant.
Yes, I know. Just trying to know if it would be heavy on here.
We just take the rope. You know, the sailing and the rigging is all screwed up anyways, and that is heavy rope. So we wrap the heavy
Mummy time.
nautical rope around him so he's weighed down. That stuff really adds up.
You know, I can remind you that this isn't CSI. There's no sophistication out here. The fish will eat a corpse long before anybody would
Alright, we'll
find
just
them.
toss overboard.
But we are living in a universe where somebody can cast Speak to the Dead and Raise Dead.
How's this? We take his tongue out.
Oh, that's great. All right, now, and he goes over the board.
Tongue out that way, hands and feet bound, him out the other side. Done.
And I guess we start rowing for shore now.
Turns into a zombie.
Let's race into a zombie. And we row to the shore.
You're rowing to the shore or the city, or
The eastern shore, towards the city.
I gotta be honest.
So
at
if
this point,
you're hanging around here, you're gonna row to the shore or down to the city.
Do you guys want to go try to make a longer route and go diagonally to the city, or just take the shorter route and then go to shore?
Do we
and
think
walk
we
it?
would make it back to the city before dark? Based on our...
It's dark.
I see we
It's probably about 6 or 7 o'clock at this point.
get to land as close as we can, I think.
I think we just get to the shore as fast as we can.
Yep.
Okay, so you get to just barely north of Groton. It's dark. You know, you don't know what time it is, but it's probably sometime between 8 and 10 o'clock.
We missed our date.
Well, we have a good excuse. For
You
that.
either have to leave the boat there, or you row a little more to get down to the docks where you pull it out.
Can we see the docks like torch lit?
Yeah.
All right.
About another 15 minutes.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so you get to the docks. It's late at night.
Okay, we tie it up. I guess we head back to the inn.
Maybe we want to advise some allies of what has happened.
You want to just pick it up next time, or you want to?
Yeah, let's pick it up next time. It's midnight, isn't it?
All right, well, you get out of the boat. I'll just finish this up for you quick. Across the up on the road, there's another patrol guard,
Oh boy.
and they see you. They say, "What are you people doing here?"
We killed the octopus.
It was an amazing battle. Your fishermen are now safe from the threat of the octopus in the northern lake.
Aren't you Balmoral's friends?
Yeah, but that's where
He's been looking for you all day.
Yeah, this took a little longer than we
You
expected.
may want to go see him.
These are the castle guards?
Yeah.
And they don't seem like they're attacking us or arresting us.
No.
That's amazing. Okay,
All right,
thank you very
thank you.
much for the message.
Okay.
Cross over to see.
Oh,
wow.
but we have news. Both captains unfortunately
No,
perished.
we don't have any news. We don't have any news.
We have no news yet. Sorry. We must go speak to Balmoral first. Sorry.
Well, heading up to Balmoral's house, he's outside on the step. Says, "Finally, where have you guys been all day?"
We were besieged by an octopus. It was horrible.
Oh my God! Did they talk you into actually spending the whole day out there? Do you know what happened today?
No.
They put Abraham on trial today. They called you as witnesses. They executed him 3 hours ago.
Told you we shouldn't have gone.
They tried to assassinate us. They sent an assassin on the ship. It was Captain Balmerle. Captain
Bosmer.
Bosmer.
You weren't there for Wilbur, who had his dinner with Holga. I don't know what happened there. Who knows what's going to happen now?
Told you we shouldn't have gone.
This is D&D, man. You gotta kill a sea creature. When you get the
Told you
opportunity,
you shouldn't have gone.
when you get the opportunity to kill a leviathan of the sea, you take it.
So that's how we are concluding session number 4.
And
Signing
we
out.
didn't get any money for